top, boy.
You like that? You like that? I like that.
That is very offensive.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of TACT Lab, where four friends sit down and talk about pretty much anything.
Yeah.
I'm Tyler, and like always, I'm surrounded by three beautiful friends.
Yeah.
And just to get this off out of the table, we are edgelords.
What?
We are edgelords. We are
I'm not an edgelord.
cucky, edgy,
Cucky.
lords, and we don't fake being edgy.
I think we're cucky.
And
Tyler's
TACT Lab does not mean
Twinkie.
tactical. It means tactful.
Which we are not.
How
Shoehorned it in.
How are you, Chris?
I'm good, I guess.
Bring it. How's the Panthers doing this week?
Oh, we're freaking done.
We're getting ready for draft
Yeah,
day.
it's like we're on draft picks. Our coach is probably going to get fired.
I saw
Full
Antoine
Brown.
Antonio Brown.
Antonio.
Antonio.
Antoine,
Is
yeah.
CTE
Anthony
real bad.
English.
CTE
You
real
can't
bad.
confirm until they're dead, but yes.
You went ghetto with it, Antoine.
Antoine Brown. How's Antoine Brown doing?
He's probably at home, like crying with his millions.
He
of
was in
dollars.
Brooklyn
He's at a basketball game too.
at
Good
Nets
for him.
the day after.
Supporting Kyrie.
He's officially off the team, right?
Oh, he's done, yeah.
Yeah.
Until next week, we see him back on the field. So I don't know.
They actually said that they can't kick him off.
Yeah,
How are you, Thomas?
I didn't even get.
I'm
to answer
all right.
how I was. He's just
How
like,
are
how
you?
about Antoine Brown?
How about them Panthers?
Let's get a catch up on the Panthers. How are you?
No. I mean,
No, I ain't answering you
yeah,
now.
I'm just cold, dude.
It is cold. How are you, Thomas?
I'm good. Saw The Matrix. Didn't like it.
You didn't like it? Which
Yeah.
part did you not like?
Most of it.
You have to like it
Why?
because Keanu Reeves gave
No.
70% of
No.
his earnings to
Well,
an organization.
I want to see him get the earnings from the way I watched it.
Did you make it to the end scene, to the final song?
No, I didn't.
No, well, like after the credits.
No, did you make it to the end credits
Where they fly?
where they start playing some Rage Against the Machine?
Oh, but
Yeah, but it was a woman.
It wasn't just any woman.
It was the woman.
It was the woman who pissed on the dude.
Brass
Brass
Against.
Against.
Yeah.
I thought that's what that was, and I was like, man, this sucks.
I did recognize that.
This sucks
it
ass.
sucked.
And
Did
I
it show
was,
the part where she peed?
Yeah, so the whole
Unfortunately,
movie
no.
ended like, wake up, da 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 da, and she just like squats down over Neo.
And pees in his mouth.
Yeah, but you don't see it.
Well, that's the end. Oh, so she does squat.
All right.
she blasts off.
So it's like him leaving the payphone, but she's squatting.
She
and goes,
lit-
"Da-da-da,"
She lit the candle, baby.
and it's her flying like this, and her
So-
sunglasses on and peeing.
Carrying Neo like a little child.
That should give 3 out of 5 automatically.
Yeah, and the fact that that
Women
And-
rights, man.
and Keanu didn't make much at that movie.
If that had actually happened at the end, the movie would have been so much better.
Well, seeing what happened with Brass Against and seeing how they included them in the song, in the intro, in the outro,
That was probably like
pretty amazing.
happened before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was probably already set in stone anyway.
Well,
The movie's not that great. There's parts that are good, but overall it's not
fucking-
good.
It's fucking weird. Before we go into it, because now you've just spurred.
We didn't talk about it as the court episode.
Yeah.
Before I go down that. How are you, Alex?
Pretty good.
Nice.
We can do without funeral processions, I think, nowadays.
What do you mean?
Oh.
Funeral possessions?
That and
Processions.
weddings?
Oh, procession.
You got tired of waiting for it to fucking.
Wait, did you go to one?
No, you
No,
got
I got
stopped.
stuck in one on Corbin Avenue.
Oh, the
It's
kind where you-
2022. Let's get
okay,
out of this.
all right.
What?
I
Wait,
got you.
did you have a median that divided you, or was
No,
it?
I had 30 cars in front of me just stop for this 10-car procession.
So it was a 2-lane.
It was just a 2-lane
I
single.
think it's fine, dude. Our generation's gonna kill
Well,
funerals.
I've been in a funeral recently in the procession, and some Mexican dude got in line with us and turned his flashers on so he could skip through the lights, and then got back over and got on 85.
Hey, you know what? That's smart. I like that.
and when we got to the gravesite, everyone there was like, that guy was an asshole.
Well,
He's just winning
That's
at
cool. He
life.
just
They're
made
like,
the day better.
That's so disrespectful.
Yeah, but he made
It's like
the-
he was Mexican. He,
he
probably
gave-
didn't know how to
oh,
do
all
it.
the Red
Damn
King-
dirty Mexican.
fucking Red Kingdom fellows.
he gave the family conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It
he
wasn't
brought
just
happy.
like-
United the
Yeah.
family
Yeah,
tighter.
It was
He
just
brought-
like, all right, let's start a race.
He brought some humor to the dark day.
Everybody's sad. It's like, it's not his day. I don't know why he did that.
You know what?
It's
I
not-
get-
And did y'all go kill him? Y'all get in the line and go
No,
find
he
him?
just gone.
Get your pitchforks.
Well, the KPD didn't even show up, so fuck them.
who
Are
was
they supposed
leading
to?
it?
Just the funeral home was just like, okay, here we go.
Blowing lights.
Yeah. There was no police or nothing.
Man, screw that.
There's some don't.
Can you imagine spending
That's weird.
$9,000 on that?
Yeah.
What?
Just
What?
just
You
bury,
guys-
9,000?
yeah, just bury me in the back fucking yard,
Dude,
man.
sweet purple lights.
Just
though.
like freaking cremate me, put me in like one of those T-shirt cannons and go.
or make
Dude,
it like
you still
toothpaste.
got to pay like $4K to get cremated.
Really?
Yeah,
That sucks.
yeah. Like they still got to prepare your body. That's what I'm saying. Just bury me in the fucking backyard.
But I
That's illegal.
I
That's
think that's
illegal.
still.
Now, if you get a death certificate,
You got
That's
to get
true.
a permit
You-
to be buried on your own property.
why?
It's about it's a money racket is what it's about.
Oh.
They fuck you when you're alive and they fuck you when you're dead.
They make you think that by your body going in the ground, you're polluting your water.
I mean, it's
a
not
tree.
polluting water as much as it's just like taking up too much space, dude.
There's
Not
tons of
everybody
little
can be buried.
there's tons of little dead animals that just pass away out there on the ground.
Yeah, we don't
Yeah.
need like sacred burial sites.
I guess
Well,
they
the
want-
Indians do.
I guess they just want to know where your body is. That way, when they go,
They
dig
don't
it up.
either.
They're all
Oh
over the
yeah.
place.
So if they have to exhume you for a case,
Or build property and they dig it in the ground and they find a body. It's like, is it a crime scene?
that's just a
Yeah.
surprise.
Yeah, you would have to call that one in.
How you doing, Tyler?
I'm good. I was going to say what pisses me off is when you're on Dale Earnhardt Boulevard
Oops.
or 29 and you have a clear, humongous median, two
And a
lanes
bus-
over
and a
here,
bus stops.
2 lanes over here. You have a bus stop or a funeral procession. Don't fucking stop.
Just go.
People think you have to stop for a bus that's fucking 4 lanes over.
And like
you
I-
don't have to stop
and
for that bus.
When the kid gets off and crosses, I speed up.
They're not supposed to cross the
But that's all I-
median.
Oh, they're not?
No.
Okay, maybe I'm going the wrong way.
The bus is specifically supposed to go the other way to let that bus.
That
student up.
explains my predicament.
You just see the kid and you're just like, there we go.
yeah, that's the target.
You go into the other
Thanks.
oncoming traffic to hit the
Thanks,
kid.
Kannapolis.
That reads tracks because I remember riding the bus home from school and they would drive past my house and I'd ride for 25, 30 minutes
That
just
pissed
so
me
they could
off.
come back and drop me off on the right side of the road.
You know how you fix that? You just start jumping out the back door when you get to your spot.
Tuck and roll,
Just
baby.
opening the emergency
They'll start
exit.
stopping. They'll start stopping.
They won't let
think-
you back on the bus.
I don't think opening the E exit's gonna help, man.
Yeah.
Or get one where you pull it and like the whole glass pane drops out, its throat shatters.
yeah, I'm pretty sure when you do that, the whole bus decompresses.
It's just it just breaks
That's
apart
why you
into
don't
pieces.
have to wear seatbelts. in
Yeah,
buses.
it just sucks you out the fucking windows, I think. Right? That works. Okay.
Look,
I'm good. Everything's fine with me.
nice.
Did you guys have a happy New Year?
Yes.
Yeah.
Look at this guy remembering holidays. This is a good guy.
Did you guys eat some
No.
black-eyed peas?
All right,
I
I'll
did.
tell you
I did.
something. I told my fucking parents I'm bringing a pie. I'm bringing
What
a
type?
toasted coconut pie.
You made it-
I fucking show up, and my goddamn parents made 3 fucking toasted coconut pies.
Sounds good, dude.
I was pissed. Why the fuck are you gonna make 3 pies after I said I was bringing 1?
So they could have 4.
There's 6 people. Why do we need 3 pies, let alone 4?
Did you get to take the whole pie home and eat it?
Yeah, now I have a
That's
whole
a
pie to
win.
myself.
That's a win.
Nice. You can stick your dick in it.
Or just eat it.
I'm eating the hell out of that pie. But yeah,
Probably why your tummy hurts.
I had New Year's sex.
Nice.
Never done that before. Have you had
With
sex
yourself?
on the 12 o'clock spot? No, with my fucking wife.
I don't know. Man, I had hummus on Thursday to commemorate.
That's equivalent to sex, hummus. That's comparable.
I think I went to bed.
Yeah. I just, from December 30th to New Year's, I was just remembering Saddam's hanging.
Oh, damn, he got killed at Christmas? Well, they don't celebrate Christmas over there, so fuck them.
Right.
Yeah.
That's
But
what,
I never had, I'm pretty sure hummus at the waning hour of Saddam's hanging equals
sex.
sex
Yeah.
at the crack of the ball going down and exploding in New York
There you go.
one
Well,
day.
I thoroughly enjoyed my 12 o'clock spot.
I was sleeping.
Yeah, me too.
So
Shut eye.
you don't get involved in all the New Year's Eve celebrations.
Sometimes, but some years it's just like, who cares?
Yeah. And you're sleeping because you got kids.
Yeah, we don't stay up late. They don't give a fuck.
Chris, what did you do? Shoot some guns?
Deerin.
Deering?
Wait. No, I'm saying like, what do you mean? Like as the bell turned?
Yeah, 12.
Uh,
Sending stray bullets off.
Yeah, dude, into that housing development, just want to
You know, if you shoot a bullet straight in the air, it can come down on you.
No, and I see that's why you got to do it at an angle, and you take your gun, you put your thumb through on the trigger, and then you bump fire it. So it's like
That's how automatic weapons work.
yeah, I didn't do that.
How does the bullets come and kill things? Because it goes up at a bullet speed, like fucking fast as shit, but then it plateaus and then it just falls at terminal
Yeah,
velocity.
if anything from that height falls down and hits you in the head, it'll kill you.
A feather?
Not a feather, but
A piece of paper?
it'll hit the ground at the same time a cannonball will hit your head.
Technically, if you
A
could,
cannonball's big, though.
if you could get a piece of paper to go terminal velocity, yes, it would hurt you.
Yeah.
In the shape of an airplane, but like a piece of paper, no. It just would be
Can
like...
you imagine a big rock falling beside you and then a feather comes out and just right through your fucking body?
It slices you in half.
Galileo was right.
I mean, that's what I'm just saying. If you could get it to get terminal velocity, anything would hurt. Like even a paperclip would hurt if it hit you.
That's why they don't have coins in your pocket on a roller coaster, because you'd be upside down just.
Yeah, but I always have the penny
bullseye
in my hand.
and just
though.
dropping in people's faces. You're trying to commit one murder every ride.
I just...
At least one.
It's just
least
hard for
one.
me to understand how bullets, I guess, kill people.
Okay, so when you had your New Year's fun, did you?
When you shoot them up,
Because terminal velocity, it's a piece of metal. It's the same thing if like someone kicks a hammer off the 6-story building and it hits you in the head.
yeah, but that's bigger than a bullet.
Yeah, but it's a hammer. It's like a little.
To
like,
be fair, it would be hard for the bullet to kill you because it doesn't go up at like however fast bullets go and then come down at the same speed.
Right, it goes up,
It goes
stops,
up,
and then comes down
and
at a
then
slower
it just
rate.
free falls.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But any object from that height falling
will go in
fuck
you.
you up.
But a
and hit
piece
you.
of lead, like a piece of lead's not going to be as bad as if you just shoot an arrow straight.
An
up.
arrow will... I'm scared of arrows.
Wait, how?
It's the
what's
same
what's
fucking
the
thing.
difference?
Have you seen a broad tip versus an actual...
Wait a minute.
Have you seen...
You
No.
just sit here and said a bullet.
It's less dangerous than an arrow.
Yeah.
The arrow's the same difference coming
All right,
down.
So have you ever threw a bullet into the sky versus have you threw an arrow straight up?
It's the same thing.
Lawn darts will kill you.
A bullet falling into the sky will kill you too.
the bullet's gonna go farther in the air than the arrow will throw
But-
up.
I don't have... Do you...
Okay.
fair.
You go 10,000 feet in the air. You take a bullet and drop it, and an arrow and drop it.
I'm more scared of the arrow.
They're both gonna fuck.
They're both gonna fuck you up.
A 9mm bullet is pretty blunt. A broad tip is pretty fucking sharp.
All right. So next time I'll go get my 9mm gun.
Yeah.
And I'll shoot you with it.
Because
and you
that-
tell me it's less dangerous than a bow and arrow.
No.
Oh,
He's not
no.
going to shoot you with it. He's talking about shooting it straight up.
Okay.
So the bullet's probably not going to reach terminal velocity on its way down.
Yes, it will.
Will it?
Yes.
Well, it definitely will, but the bullet might hit you on the side of the bullet. Even if it hits you at the very tip point, that 9mm bullet
I'm starting to get a headache.
is so blunt.
Oh, wow. All right, you know what? Maybe I'm wrong.
Yes.
Mythbusters started out. and
Look,
it
so
worked.
this thing says if you shoot a bullet straight up, it'll come back down 150 miles an hour.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll fuck you up.
But that's only 10% of the speed and only 1% of the energy originally used to fire the bullet.
It'll still go in your body.
So it's a weak sauce bullet.
Yeah.
I
Versus
guarantee
firing
you, though.
an arrow up.
I
Oh,
guarantee
God.
you the arrow will give much
Yeah,
more chances
the
of
arrow's
death.
gonna go up, and then a bird might catch it.
So the bird might catch that
jet-
bullet too.
The arrow might go so far in the sky because of how light it is.
It takes
the
off.
The jet stream just takes
Okay.
it down to the ocean.
Terminal velocity is the same speed no matter what item it
If you
is.
reach your speed and stay.
If I said I'm taking my chances, I'm taking my chances with the bullet.
I'm taking my chances with the arrow.
You're crazy.
Oh, you're going to shoot an arrow straight up and catch it over a bullet?
Have you seen a broad tip arrow versus a bullet?
Well, no. Let's get a broad tip bullet.
All right. So just
I'm
think about
I'm
it.
You
saying-
got to be comparable. You got
There
to.
is no such thing as a broad tip bullet.
I know. So you got to be comparable. If you're having like,
like
even-
the arrow is going to kill you.
Now, the
But
arrow.
we're saying the bullet was going to kill you too.
But
yeah.
what I'm
Okay.
saying-
Think you
It
have
might
a bullet.
be like plop, but then
No,
arrow's
it's not.
like,
No, it's not.
All right.
if the side
No,
of the
it's
bullet
not.
hits you,
No, it's not.
The
The bullet's
arrow-
going to fuck you up. It's going to go in
arrow-
your body and you're not going to be able to get it out. The
No.
arrow's going to go in your body. You can at least take it the
it's
fuck
only-
out.
no, see-
and who's saying it's broad
No,
tip
no,
if
no.
we're comparing apples to apples? The arrow has to be one of those practice fucking arrows.
All right,
This
so it
is
has to
what
be the
gets
same
likes.
fucking shit.
a practice
have-
arrow is going to impale the shit out of you.
you have to
And the
give.
bullet's going to impale the shit out of you too.
All right.
No,
It's the same fucking
no,
thing.
Hang
it's
on,
not
you got to
that.
think about physics.
What's the
I don't
difference?
understand.
This is physics.
Listen,
Listen.
All right.
Yeah, bring up whatever bullet you want. I'm going to explain it
No,
to you.
I'm saying.
You're going to explain it
Yeah.
to me.
Yeah.
So think about it.
You're going to
Yeah.
explain it.
No, you got
Go ahead.
Go ahead. Chris.
All right. So
Foremost
this.
experts on velocity.
Find a bullet. Find whatever
look,
bullet
I'm
you want.
somewhat of a physicist myself.
All right.
All right. So
I was born.
you guys know how a bullet is like.
Yeah.
How much does a bullet weigh?
I don't know.
Okay, not
The
much.
weight doesn't matter at
But-
terminal velocity.
But it's not going up high enough to fall down at terminal velocity. Is 150 miles an hour?
Hey, I wonder what this bold. Hey, although terminal velocities are much lower, they could still cause severe injury
See,
and death.
I didn't say it can't.
I'm saying is that
Neither one of us said it
what
can't
I'm
cause
saying
that.
is that an arrow is going to reach terminal velocity faster, probably on the way down.
And I
Hey,
have
look.
I have something else to
Hey,
add
look
to
at that. It can penetrate the skull.
it. Thomas,
I think it's about
Hey,
just
type-
as fucking dangerous.
Type in.
Can
Apollo-
falling bullets kill you? Let's see what this has to say.
Oh, huh.
Oh, let's see.
Slate.com.
I don't give a
hang
fuck.
on. Before you go,
Look up which
Hey,
one's
look,
more lethal.
Mythbusters.
stop. Hang on. Read right there. Yes. Well, probably, maybe. It kind of depends. That's what I'm laying out
Okay,
here.
the first thing is yes.
And then what?
That's all you had to worry about.
And then what?
Yes.
Then what?
The ellipses means that there's
Dot means a lot.
Okay.
Yes.
okay.
Dot.
Okay, let's see. Did they say no? Wait. Did they?
Yeah.
I didn't
They
say
did
no.
not- they did
Neither
not say
did
no.
Chris didn't say
You're
no.
over here saying an arrow is more dangerous. They're both the same amount.
I will take my chances with an arrow over.
give me-
I'm sorry. I will take my chances with a bullet
Yeah.
over the arrow.
But the thing is, they're both the same amount of dangerous.
you don't
No.
understand. Hang on.
How do I not understand?
I have yet to explain it.
I'll bring up
All right,
something
let
else.
Tyler explain
Go.
it.
Go.
An
Oh,
arrow.
yeah, go back to that one article. It did say when it fires straight in an arrow, it can land sideways and cause a lot of drag.
That's what I'm fucking getting to. Let me explain. An arrow will
right
come
there.
down straight.
Can be far more lethal.
No, the last sentence of the third paragraph.
This one.
Go down the next one. That one.
Fire vertically tend to fall nose over sideways, which creates a lot of drag.
All right. Now, let me explain. An arrow is going to come down perfectly straight. The weight's at the bottom, the fins are at the top. It's going to fall at its most lethal position. A bullet is going to come and tumble down. Possibly, an arrow won't tumble, will not tumble at all, and it will always be pointed side down. Bullet, that's what I'm saying. I would rather take my chances with a bullet. That's all I'm saying.
But your chances of missing both are the same.
What do
Yeah.
you mean? What do you mean?
Like I don't understand the argument because you shoot an arrow straight in the air and a bullet straight in the air, they're both going to fall in the same cone. Like
Yeah.
the arrow, I mean the tip's wider on the arrow.
I'm saying that if I'm going to get hit by one, I'd rather it be the bullet.
That's what I'm saying.
But
if
if
it's
they're
22,
gonna-
a 22 bullet,
if it's going to be
Definitely a 22 bullet.
if it's
it
going to
rattles
be
around your body.
but if it's going to be apples to apples, you can't say just a bullet versus a barbed tip arrow.
Pick whatever bullet you want. I'll still fucking take it all day long. Me personally.
And I'm saying like you just get a practice arrow
That's still going to go
because it's
through
the
me.
same tip as the
well,
bullet.
I'm letting you pick your bullet, so it has to be a broad tip arrow against whatever
Then
bullet
why
you
don't we
want.
still use bows and arrows in battle? We
well,
use
they're
guns now.
It's inefficient.
We use a lot more guns.
It's inefficient.
But the thing is, it's not apples to apples because a bullet is a blunt object, and you're using a broad tip arrow, which is sharp.
It's kind of like throwing a rock in the air and a feather. The air resistance is going to make the bullet less lethal to me.
But a while ago,
Somebody went to prison over that.
but
back
a
in
while
the
ago,
day.
you didn't care about the broad tip. You were
No, I
like,
did. But I'm saying they're both going to fuck you up either way.
I'm not saying it won't.
I
I'm
think
just saying
everyone's
want-
arguing different points, but we're all at the same conclusion.
I don't even know what you're arguing. I said it. They're both
They
lethal.
both fuck you up.
I'm just personally wanting a bullet to hit me.
To me, it don't matter. They're
You're
both gonna
mad
fuck
at
me
me
up.
because I want a bullet to hit me.
You're more likely to catch an arrow like this.
That's going to slide through your fingers.
Can you imagine a guy's like,
You ain't catching it.
and just skins your fucking hand. It's like Clark Griswold's like. and the
Oh,
fucking
that's a
just goes
dangerous
right through.
area. Cora, you're asked. It's just like us arguing on
Our
Cora.
arrow is more deadly than bullets. An arrow wound is more likely to bleed out than a bullet wound.
Right.
Oh, well.
And that's the only time an arrow is more deadly.
They're not considering straight up, though.
That's probably someone
Yeah.
getting stabbed and then pulling the arrow back the way it came instead of pulling it.
Here's,
There we
here's
go.
one. Wired. Can an arrow fired straight
Oh,
up
yeah.
fall fast enough to kill you?
Yes.
Because people die, like you said, die with long darts.
And so
back
can
in
a
the day.
bullet. I'm just saying I'll take my
It
chances.
does. It does the same thing. Yes. Well, maybe. Well, it depends. Waiting on that. Oh, see, this one they actually have like let's do the math.
So you have to have a formula for an arrow. A bullet's understood.
There's gonna,
There ain't no math for bullets.
you have to be. Let's see.
Math this.
Two more.
Math my AR.
Vertical height.
Oh, wait. Can you pause? It said something now for something a little different. What if the motion of the arrow going up and down? It just gets too much for us to read on the
Once they start showing
podcast.
graphs and shit, it's just like, I'm
yeah,
out.
this is a little bit.
See if you can find an easier one. We both know they'll screw you up. I just was saying I'll take my chances.
It's a pedantic argument.
I shot an arrow
No.
in the air. It fell to earth. I know not where.
No. I'm saying I'm taking the bullet 10 out of 10 because
Me too.
Either way, an arrow, if it hits you, it's guaranteed to hurt you.
And it's coming down in the most lethal
But you
position.
don't think a bullet falling from that height is going to hurt you?
150 miles an hour is not as fast as you think.
But it might.
But it
if
is
this is a big 50 cal bullet, it might go. It might hit you on the side, or it might come into the lethal position.
It's like 50%
but-
faster than a...
It's like the same. If I take a nail gun and shoot you from here with it,
Right.
that's like the bullet falling from the sky hitting you.
And that's not terrible. What kind of nail gun?
fucking 16
Are we talking
penny.
about...
Well, that's coming straight out.
Why are you doing that, or are you going to, like, Brad me?
I'm going to brad you and flip it.
I'll take the Brad.
Just-
That's fine.
you're
It's gonna
you're
go
throwing
slow.
it.
It's going to go slow mo.
We used to shoot-
It's going like a Mortal Kombat. Go.
No, we used to shoot Brad guns like that in shop class.
No,
They
we
never-
did not.
We would hold the pin back and go...
Well, that's
It would
okay.
not
That's
shoot
the same
through
thing.
wall.
If
It
you were to
wouldn't.
shoot a bullet out at 150 miles per hour, it would still go through you.
I don't know if it would.
Like it wouldn't go through you, but it would go in you.
And you're talking about a bullet traveling to its destination aerodynamically.
A bullet going 150 too would also
Like
be
a
like,
perfect spiral. It's going.
like a
It's probably going
super
to go
slow
through me.
version of what it
So,
normally
like,
does.
Kingdom of Heaven must have scared you watching all them arrows flying.
Yeah, like I'm.
You hated 300,
You
didn't
probably
you?
fast forward when it says the arrows will block out the
Actually,
sun.
I
Fast
always
forward it. Fast
I
forward
get
it.
very anxious during arrow firing scenes, like the one.
Do you quiver in your seat?
Yeah, I quivered during the Wheel of Time finale.
Oh, did you?
Don't tell me. I still have to watch it.
Oh.
We're all on the same
too.
page.
Yeah,
we
yeah,
are
yeah.
all on the same page.
I don't think
but
I'm
me,
on the same
Well,
page.
me and Chris just want we're going to take our chances with the bullet.
I'm gonna shoot a
versus
flamethrower in the sky and burn it before it gets to me.
I still think Thomas thinks we're saying that a bullet won't hurt you, and that's not what
Yeah.
I'm saying. That's
I-
not
I
what I'm
feel like,
saying.
I feel like you're like, the bullet,
No.
the bullet's only going 150. It's going to ping off you, man.
Then you're not listening.
That's what Chris just fucking
No,
said.
he
That's what
didn't.
Chris said.
No,
Chris
he
said.
didn't. I know.
I
He's
was
like,
kind of in the
and you
camp
just
of-
said, yeah, you shoot a bullet at 150 miles an hour, you're just going to go.
No, I
You
was
just
making.
said
I was
that.
saying
I
it.
think they're both deadly.
You were saying if I shoot a bullet at you at 150, and I was just visualizing in my head
if you
how
sling
slow.
the gun,
I was visualizing how slow that
okay.
seems.
Gun
versus how
Gaka
it-
over here.
Yeah.
It's normally like
But
instantaneous.
it's still going to hurt you. It's still going to kill you if it hits the
I
right
don't know.
spot.
I think if a bullet hits the brim of your hat, it'll bounce off.
but I think if I go 100 foot, if I put you in a spot where you're at, and I go
you're just
50
You're just
feet
doing
from
it.
you and shoot at an angle, I think what happens is if I shoot at a 45-degree angle, let it go up, and then fall on you, it will reach velocity to penetrate your skull.
No, I don't think so because it's still going to reach
That
maximum.
one article said if you shoot at a 45-degree angle, it's going to fall at.
Doesn't it still travel up at an angle
Yeah.
and then reach maximum height and then fall straight
but
down?
it'll be
Well, then how
that
come
bullet
there's-
will fall faster than shooting straight
How
up.
come there's people that went to jail for firing a gun in the air and killing people?
Because it can happen.
Well, that's their fault.
can-
Then is it deadly?
Yeah, but it's
People
not,
have died from a bullet being fired in the air.
Right.
So it's just going to bounce off the brim of your hat, Chris.
it can.
It can kill you.
Yeah,
He's
but
not
it's like
getting through.
looking up
But
and you're
you're
like,
just-
oh, it hit me in the eye, it killed me.
You're just walking your dog out and your hat goes.
Yeah, it's just like
One of them damn bullets.
another bullet.
Oh,
Just,
damn.
God damn.
Yeah, maybe it hit a baby with a soft skull, but if it hits my skull, it's not going to do it.
Oh my god.
The article just said it would go through a human skull.
Yeah, a baby.
It said a human.
I'm just saying.
In
I'd
a
rather.
democratic society, babies are not humans. Remember that.
I'm taking.
Okay. 150 miles an hour. Is that going to hurt?
Yes.
All right.
But I'd rather
Hey.
take my chances
Oh,
with the bullet.
Look up a tornado. Look up how fast can because they can throw straw to trees. But how I want to see what speed does it have to be for a piece of straw to get stuck in that tree.
Or throwing a 2x4 through a tree.
Yeah. If it says anything under 150 miles an hour, we can smack Chris in the face.
The straw reached speeds of 320 miles per hour.
See?
before-
Bullets are half the speed of straw in a tree.
Now, what if a tornado threw some bullets out?
It says.
Can you imagine that? Can you imagine it going to like a munitions?
Well, you gotta
stock-
think-
Bullet NATO.
A piece of straw is pretty weak, though, right?
Yeah, so
You had to be
but
fast for it
Straw's
to go.
aerodynamic. It's
Not
it's
at
a tube.
320 miles an hour.
No, 'cause-
Well, anything of that speed's gonna be fucking deadly.
Look up the weight of a piece of straw, and we can do an equation of that over 320.
I know
and
what you're
take the weight
saying,
of a
Chris.
bullet.
You're just not going to get your point across, but I know what you're saying.
Well, because it's a piece of metal hitting you at 150 miles an hour.
40
They're
2
both
grams.
metal. They're both metal.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay, hold on.
and it's gonna suck either
Yeah.
way.
But I'm taking my chance with the bullet. That arrow's coming down perfect every time. That bullet tumbles. It's still going to hurt, but the arrow's fucking you, going into you. And the bullet might not.
Yeah, but they're both gonna be traveling the same speed.
They are. I'm just saying the arrow's
thing.
more dangerous.
I think they're both just equally dangerous.
How is this equally dangerous?
There's so
All
many
right.
variables
'cause-
with the bullet.
So say because like so look, a bullet's like this little tab here,
Okay,
and a arrow is like this water.
an arrow's
bottle.
not that big around.
Okay, but
An arrow can be the same.
look,
like-
an arrow is that thing over there Tyler's holding.
I'm trying to find something
Look, that's
like,
an arrow. That's an arrow. This is
but
a
it's
bullet.
way longer, so it
Right.
can travel perfectly heavy side down every time it goes up and comes down.
and the object physically weighs more.
Weight doesn't matter at terminal
Regardless
velocity.
Yeah,
of
but
weight.
it's not at terminal velocity, is it?
Yes.
Regardless of weight, it's still coming down in a dangerous position every time. Now, a bullet will tumble in the air, and it might be like, it'll hit you in the, I'm just saying, which to me, it seems like an arrow is much more dangerous. Can you pull up a picture of a broad, an arrow tip?
Well, yeah, it's gonna look dangerous.
But it's so dangerous.
A bullet doesn't look dangerous, but it fucking kills you.
Terminal velocity of the human body is 200 miles per hour. 120, sorry, I lied.
Yeah, 200's getting it. You'd have to
said-
tuck in like
I said KMPH or whatever.
Oh, this is gonna bring up
arrow tip.
Arrow.
brought up green arrow.
So a
right,
stable
that's-
free fly head down position has
All
a
right, that's
terminal
gnarly.
of 150 to 180.
That's fucking gnarly, dude. Look at that. That third one over. Just bring
Yeah.
that one up. Just click it so we can all see it. Oh,
yeah, I know arrow tips are
dude,
meant.
that third one over.
There.
Yeah, that's fucking
like,
gnarly.
like I know what arrow tips are meant for, yes. But
Now
still, at
pull
the
up whatever bullet you want. Pull up whatever bullet.
all bullets are not they're not tipped.
Okay.
They're just rounded.
Which one do you want though in this variable?
Neither. None of them.
Hey,
They're
hey,
both gonna go in you and fucking
This
suck.
thing says
Yeah.
bullets traveling at less than 200 feet a second can penetrate the skull.
Yeah.
Don't know how that.
I
equates
just
to
looked that
100
up.
I don't know how it equates to 150 miles an hour though.
I don't know.
Like I just
Do the math, Chris.
I just looked this up.
Well,
Like,
what is miles per second to miles per hour?
oh my god. We're arguing about something that we don't know
I'm
anything
not.
about.
I'm not. I'm just telling you that I want the bullet more than the arrow. I don't know what you're arguing about.
It only takes 12 seconds for a bullet to reach terminal velocity.
Right. Is that fired from a gun or from falling from the sky?
but
If,
it,
That's
if, it,
falling.
if it fell 12 seconds,
That's falling from the sky.
so you just got. But I don't know how far.
it's going
Now you gotta
up
look up how high a bullet can go.
way
straight in the air.
further than
Right.
12 seconds. Way further than 12.
Actually, it might not be as much as you think.
Because
My-
12 seconds is a long time. And
my
a bullet's
brother-
traveling fast.
well, I know it'll go way
so it's
higher.
probably like 6 seconds, and it'll be like.
Yeah, that,
Oh.
that wind resistance is going to slow it down.
Mm-hmm.
My brother shot an arrow in the air, and it went way longer than 12 seconds.
Well, that's because an arrow can catch the wind. Like you could shoot an arrow straight up, and it could be like a half mile away.
No, it
If it
came
catches
down
a
like
60
it came down like right on us.
Oh,
It was fucking scary.
versus doing that with a gun, I'm like, okay.
Yeah, because you don't see the bullet.
Let
The
me-
gun. I don't know what is so scary to me about the arrow, but the arrow terrifies
Because it
me.
looks like a knife.
The arrow will kill you.
A bullet will kill you.
You just said it looks like a knife, and you're still defending the bullet. They
Yeah.
will both fall at 150 mile an
Yeah,
hour.
and
but
they will both kill you.
if you get hit in the shoulder, that
You'll-
arrow's going to go all the way through you. You might. I'm just saying. I'll take the bullet. I'm going to take the bullet every time.
How would the arrow go all the way through you?
Look at it.
Okay,
Look
but
how sharp it is.
but it still has to go a certain speed to go through you.
And you think a bullet will go much further than that sharp, less obtrusive product?
Okay, you put a sharpness on a bullet then.
I'm saying
Some bullet skin combinations will cause the bullet to bounce off of you up
just
to
so you know,
225 miles per hour.
200 feet per second. That's 136 miles per hour.
whatever bullet you want in this equation. That's what I said.
I'm done talking about it.
So 136
I'm done-
miles per
I'm just
hour. I
done
think I'll
talking
take
about
that.
it.
I'm not saying a bullet won't hurt you. I'm just
just done
saying
talking about
I'll
it.
personally
I'm just saying,
take the bullet.
Like, have you ever seen a baseball player hit by a speed pitch?
No, I don't care.
Not 150.
I don't care. It
Not
doesn't-
150 mile an hour fastball though.
It's fine.
I'm done with
It's
you.
fine. I'm
assholes.
just a fucking
Man.
retard. It's fine.
Why they had the Panthers taking Matt Carroll at quarterback? Anyway,
Because I need one.
yeah, O-line.
Well,
I don't think we broke Thomas.
yeah. You had some strange point to make.
So if you take a
still,
gun-
I'm like on your side. We're like beating each other in the head for
with
some
a
reason.
pistol, like that movie Black Knight with Martin Lawrence.
Martin Lawrence.
He should have took a
That
gun.
movie
If
was
you-
good and bad at the
if
same
If
time.
you take a gun back with you, then you're gonna lose. That's what we just talked about, right?
Fuck off. That's
You'll
not.
die instantly. You go to fire a gun, and you'll just get. By the time you fired a gun, 10
You'll get
arrows are
arrowed.
already in you.
Now, if you took like,
AK-47, you can shoot 1,500 feet in an hour.
yeah, how many seconds? If you took back multiple mags with that thing, and you'd be king. You would be a king.
What do you got? Like
If you-
120 shots?
Yeah, if you took Val Kilmer from Heat and you transport him back to when Black Knight happened, he'd run train on everybody.
I don't know, because you got like 120 shots to prove that you're the world's leader.
And they're
but
all
you-
armored up.
But they don't know how many rounds you got.
They don't know nothing.
So you're God.
No, but
Pow, dead. King's
Yeah,
dead.
they were
now.
like, this guy, and you get all the damsels.
Well, you're king too. You just killed the king. You shot right through his armor.
Yeah. He's like, I'm the God. God, who is it?
It's me to kill. Yes.
He's like wiping wine. God, who is it? And you just fucking
Wield this.
so you're the king.
tell him yourself.
So you're the king of Sintra now. and
I'm
you're
again
just-
Sintra.
But you have to just use one bullet. That's all it takes
You go
to
back
kill
down
him.
with one bullet. And you're tasked to
Oh, I was
kill
just
the
saying to
king.
kill him. You
That's all
can't
I
just
need.
like rip through him. Then you got like less bullets to show your power.
But then
off.
like you got to fight a bunch of knights with swords and like you can't
there'll
gun
be,
through
like-
all of them.
they try to like gang rush you, and you just start
So like
firing from the hip.
you do like the Keanu like down on one knee, pop him, and then you turn around and sling the bullet and then catch all the guards
Do
around
you think
No,
Martin
you just
Lawrence
got-
was that?
You just force push. You just got to force push
Before he
everybody.
did Mama's House, he probably could have.
Like, there's
Yeah.
gonna be a castle mathematician who's like, his
He's been working on like the
The
sparkler
arrow
bombs.
versus bullet.
yeah, he's gonna be like, look, we see here that he can only shoot once at a time. If we hang up and we all shoot 3 trebuchets at a triangle position.
Yeah, they gotta go break the fucking philosopher out of prison who discovered Saturn. They gotta go break him out of prison because like he discovered a planet that's not part of their scheme.
Which?
He says the world's circle. We gotta find him.
Well,
They free him and he defeats you.
I'm just trying to say.
I thought you were done with it.
No, I'm just trying to say. If they both hit you in the head, they're both going to kill you,
All right.
so it doesn't fucking
All right,
matter.
so-
It's not going to bounce off your hat.
That's where I do disagree with you.
They're
That's where
both
I
going to
do.
kill. Okay, you have a bullet hit you in the head, you die. You have
Yeah.
an arrow hit you in the head, you
And
die.
with the caveat, whatever.
Caveat.
Caveat. Am I speaking? So
Trebuchet kind
Now
of.
the arrow is only more deadly depending on what type of tip it has.
I'm just saying.
But if you're comparing apples to apples, a bullet is a blunt piece of metal, so you would have to have a blunt tip on the arrow, which
taking-
would make the arrow less deadly
But-
because you would have
You're
less laceration.
You're taking all the variables out of the bullet.
What about
though.
7.62?
I mean, it's pointy,
And then
but
it-
you're taking all
and
the
then-
variables out.
And then at that point, it depends on what type of bullet it is.
all right, if you got 50 BMG falling at my head, I'll take the arrow.
It depends
No,
on what
I
type
wouldn't.
of bullet it is. So it's like it doesn't like if you have a 9mm bullet versus like a 50 cal bullet. Those are different sizes, different.
Well, no, see, I'm taking the
aerodynamics and
arrow
all that
over
stuff.
50 because a 50 cal is like a chunk of metal falling back at your head.
A 50 cal, the bullet isn't that big.
Yeah.
It's the cartridge under it
The
that's
power of the
what
bullet.
makes it
There's
look
no
big.
there's no like an
The head's like this.
The
Yeah,
head is
like most bullets are small.
I
Like
know
the
that.
bullet, it's like the part that comes out.
That's
most
why
of them
there's
are
a
small.
solid chance of it just like ricocheting off my skull.
Well, so I want to say you're leaving the variable with the. You're actually putting more variables on the arrow. You're saying that it depends on the arrow if it's a broad tip or it's a blunt tip.
If
But
they both
you're
hit you,
taking the variables out of the
Okay,
bullet.
so Thomas is now
I'm saying if they both hit you in the
Okay.
head, at the same terminal velocity, they will both kill you.
So Thomas is now saying.
So it doesn't matter
I
which
see
one
what he's
hits
saying
you.
now. He's like saying, all right, screw the ifs, better chances of whatever. He's saying they hit you.
If they both hit you in the head,
Perfectly pointed.
Perfect. He's like, no matter what you do, the arrow is coming straight down the middle of your head.
Yeah, if you
and
said
the bullet is also coming straight down.
If you said this is a perfect environment, the bullet's coming straight down, the arrow's coming straight down. They're both going to kill you.
Right.
But we don't live in a perfect world.
Well, he's talking about ifs.
Because I know the arrow is perfect and will come down perfect. It will. It will.
yeah, because it
it's
has the
heavy
feather tip.
and it's long and it's heavy part down.
Yeah.
The bullet is not perfect.
I'm still
it
taking
will
the
tumble.
bullet because it'll give me a bigger chance of survival. But I see what Thomas is saying.
I'm taking the bullet.
Even if the bullet tumbles, if it's coming straight down on you, it's still going to go through your fucking skull.
Possibly.
I don't know. I mean,
It
I don't know that.
if they both hit you in the head, you die. If they both hit you in the arm, then you're okay.
Yeah, but at that point, still, I'm going to bleed out from an arrow versus like I got a bruise from a bullet.
Me personally, I'm just
You're
taking
not getting a bruise from the bullet. It's still going to go in your skin.
I'm taking the chances. I'm taking my chances with the bullet.
Like, fuck, you get hit by something at 150 miles per hour, it cuts you.
Have you ever seen a baseball player who got beamed by a pitch?
A baseball's this big. Like a
But
baseball's
terminal
big.
velocity-
It doesn't like
but
enter
that-
their body and like blow them up.
But that's what we were talking about a while
Surface
ago.
area matters because it creates tension on your skin.
Right, but
You get hit with a baseball, it requires a lot more speed
okay, so
to
you're
go
saying,
inside your body.
So you're saying still the if and bullet is gonna come
okay,
down straight up.
a baseball falls at terminal velocity and hits you in the head. You're
Yep.
probably going to die.
Yeah, I'm gonna die from that.
Okay, then what's the difference from a bullet?
Because a bullet,
It's just smaller.
yeah, exactly. It's
But a
bigger chance
22
of me
wouldn't kill
surviving.
me. A 22 would.
I mean, it's like a brick comes and hits me, I'm dead.
A
But
car-
if
a car going
bullet hits me,
150.
it can miss.
See, the thing is, y'all are projecting weight into this, and it's not about weight. Terminal velocity is what it is.
Yeah, but it's also
A
about
feather.
It's also about mass.
a feather.
Right. It's about mass. A bullet's small, it'll go through your skull. A baseball is big, it'll crush you.
Yeah,
But
I'm
that can might not kill you, even if it was full. A full can.
A full can will kill you at terminal velocity.
Screw that.
It'd
That's
probably
worse than
bust.
a bullet.
It'd be like,
this is worse than a
pow!
bullet.
It'll
or
fuck you up.
And that's why I said
I
at
don't know.
construction sites they make you wear hard hats because something falls off of the third story and will fucking kill you if
right.
it hits you in the head.
Right.
And that's not terminal velocity from the third story.
Does rain fall at terminal velocity?
Rain's soft. It's molecules.
You ever heard about the guy that got splintered from rain?
Yeah.
He
Okay.
walked outside and he's like,
But to counter that argument, yes, when it hails outside, it can hurt you.
Exactly.
I don't know what you
Because
want
that's
me to
compressed
say.
water.
I don't know what you want me to say.
Water molecules precipitation is not solid. Solid mass at terminal velocity does damage.
That's fair. I've seen an icicle
Yes.
pierce something.
An icicle, it doesn't matter if it's sharp or not. Terminal velocity will fuck you.
Thomas, I mean, I've said they'll
Yes.
both damage. I don't know
But
what you
y'all
want
are
me to
acting
say.
like, well, if it
I've
hits me,
just-
it's small. It'll just bruise me a
I
little
think next
bit.
episode we'll do the argument where we had a couple years
I'm going to research this
No.
bitch.
A couple years ago, we had the argument with if you sit in a hot. Remember when you sit in a car in the summertime and turn the heat on, eventually you'll get cooler.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like bullshit.
No, that is correct. If you turn the heat on, the heat will eventually turn cooler than the heat that's coming in.
It's all. No,
It'll regulate the
We'll
temperature.
say that. That's next. That's a preview for next week's episode.
It will regulate the temperature because the heat only gets so hot that the car makes.
Yeah, but it's. hot.
The
It's-
heat will eventually turn into AC.
You have a heater. You have a heater core with antifreeze going through a heater core.
That's next week. That's next week's. We're still on the arrow bullet thing.
I still don't.
This whole episode's going to be arrow versus bullet, and
Fuck it.
they're both equal. They're both terminal velocity doing your terminal velocity hitting you in the head. You die.
Right, but terminal.
The end. If it's a brick,
It's not the end.
Well,
That's
so-
your opinion versus mine. I'm not saying you're wrong. You're
Science
saying
and
I'm wrong.
opinions.
You're totally saying that I'm wrong. I'm not doing that.
I didn't say you were wrong.
You just said the end.
So
I just said what. Okay.
I'm Joseph Lieberman.
I'm always being penetrated
I've
by
told-
pieces of
Me
terminal
and
velocity
Chris.
sunlight.
Me and Chris have totally said you're right, but we would rather take the bullet. That's all that we're saying.
Between 45 and 60 ms.
feet per second.
148 to 197.
Oh, I got a calculator. How many?
and bullets traveling at less than 60 or 200 feet per second can penetrate the skull.
Why are you getting louder? I don't know what that fucking means, and neither do you.
The louder I say it, the more it's
Yeah,
right.
shut up. Get that shit out of
Okay,
here.
experiments have determined that falling bullets reach terminal velocity at 200 to 300 feet per second, depending on what type of bullet. So it says less than 200 feet per second.
You get so loud.
Coles!
You're just reading loud things, trying to make a point.
Okay. Well, let me explain it then.
Well, that one thing says, note that falling bullets usually do not come down nose first.
No, but Thomas is
That's
saying...
all I'm fucking saying.
Thomas,
But it's still gonna fuck you up
No, but
sideways,
Thomas's argument is saying,
If it-
it does.
Perfect.
No, I'm not even saying if it reaches terminal velocity, it will fuck you up whether it's
Yeah, sideways or not.
I would rather take a bullet
They're-
versus a perfectly pointed
But I'm-
arrow through the skull.
like
I'd
this-
rather take my
Okay, that's your-
chances.
your
yeah.
opinion.
Like this right here is
respect
saying bullets may reach terminal velocity because they don't travel perfectly like an arrow. I'm saying a bullet at terminal velocity and an arrow at terminal velocity are both going to hurt you really bad.
They will. I'm
Yes.
just saying, I would rather take my chances with a tumbling bullet versus a perfectly pointed broad tip that goes into your skull. It will go in. Now, a tumbling bullet might hit you on the side. It will dent you. You might live, but a broad tip is going to go fucking all the way through you and out your asshole.
Split your innards at.
And this is where, because if it's traveling at terminal velocity, it doesn't matter which side it hits you on.
I don't know how else I can just explain things that I'm
We gotta
not
just fucking
against
do it and
you.
see who dies.
Because
That's what I say.
Because you're acting like if it's at terminal velocity, it hits you on the side of the bullet and it'll just bounce off you.
This will be called TACT Lab.
It doesn't mean
you know?
terminal velocity is death. It just means it's going 150 whatever miles an hour. You're using terminal velocity as a death sentence. It doesn't mean death. You have so many variables put into this equation that you're leaving out,
Well, the bullet's also not pointed and sharp.
which means there's a better chance of living.
Okay, so why does it have to be a broad tip arrow?
Put whatever you want in it. Even if it was
Yeah.
a practice tip, it's coming down perfect.
Yeah, it's still going to fuck you up.
perfectly
Yeah.
pointed down.
But it doesn't matter. The arrow could hit you sideways at terminal velocity and still kill you.
I'm just saying, this is the thing. You have to set the variables up because you keep changing it. I'm just saying arrow versus bullet, and then you're like, well, what arrow, what bullet? And I'm like, it doesn't matter.
Okay, that
to
doesn't
me.
matter. Terminal velocity to kill you, yes or no?
No, 100% no.
Okay.
So most,
That's a strange opinion. Like once again, you're using terminal velocity as a death sentence. It doesn't mean that.
You know that most people killed by falling bullets are under 18.
Well, that explains it.
Well, I think we're safe now.
You can
we're
survive a gunshot from the gun. I can point a gun at someone and shoot them, and they would survive. It
I shoot
doesn't
an
mean
arrow and you'll survive too.
yes, it doesn't mean you're going to die. I would just rather take my chances with.
I get
the
what you're
bullet.
saying.
It's my opinion, right?
No, I get what you're saying.
If it hits you in the head, one versus the other, it doesn't matter. They're both going to kill you.
I just think we're just arguing. Everyone's arguing different points.
I'm not saying
of
you're
the same-
wong. I'm just saying I'm taking the bullet. That's all.
Yeah, he's
I'm
just saying if he had to pick
Okay.
between the two, he would take the
And
arrow
you're-
over the
you-
bullet.
And I'm saying it's still going to kill you.
And Thomas said
Right.
it
That's
doesn't
fine.
matter what
I'm
you
not
choose.
saying you're wrong.
choices.
But then you
But
go
no,
in.
Yeah, because you say, well, it's it's going to hit me sideways and like leave a bruise and bounce off.
just
It's going
explaining-
to hit the rim of my hat.
I'm just explaining what
It's going to bounce off the bill of my hat. It's going to be
Well,
fine.
What was that? What was that?
Well, here's what
gonna be fine.
here's what I gotta say again.
But
like,
then a baseball.
I don't know what to say to you.
It's a baseball would obliterate me.
I don't know what to tell you. I'm just explaining why I would rather take the bullet.
Okay.
I'm not saying you're wrong.
Okay.
But then
I'm just saying they're both equally damaging.
So about abortion laws.
agree.
Yeah.
Agree.
Okay. They will both cause equal damage.
Agree. I've already said
Okay.
this.
All right.
And we already killed it, and then I feel like you're going to bring it back up in 5 minutes.
It's the part where it's like, well, it's going to bruise me because it's going to hit me sideways. That's the part where I'm like, no, it's still, if they're both at terminal velocity, it doesn't matter how it hits you.
It definitely does, dude. Definitely.
Okay.
That's just science. It's not a definite answer.
Yeah, just say this last joke. we'll just repeat a joke from.
Two fish are in a tank. The first fish turns to the second fish and says, "Fire in the hole."
There you go. The palate cleanser. Let's talk about this Matrix movie.
It was bad.
You don't like the Bugs character?
She was all right.
Actually, Bugs was fun.
I didn't
You
get
like
it.
computer zombies?
Well, I didn't
I
get
didn't
it.
care for the guys who's like, all right, we're Rufio and the boys.
Did they make Neo
Oh, the
seem
French
like he
guy?
was in a video game?
Like he made the video game,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And the Matrix was the video game.
The first trilogy was the video game.
Yeah, they wanted
Where he's
his
coding it.
They made him think that his past life was just him creating a video game.
But how did he get to that point? I thought he was Neo. and
Well, he died and they rebuilt him and Trinity because they both
yeah.
died.
That's right. I
Something
do
about you had
remember
to
that.
have them both for the Matrix to work or some shit.
Them being together,
Created a super battery.
yeah, it was like a
Right.
lot of energy.
Yeah.
I didn't understand. Was
Did they
he
use
someone else?
They didn't use bows and arrows in the Matrix.
I mean,
The Mongols might have, but I'm not sure.
Oh yeah,
I mean, The Walking Dead, they used bows and arrows.
Right through.
because
You know what? A
it
flex
blunt-
would be like if he was like, and then he like sat there and waited, and it's like,
He's like, good thing I had an arrow. And like Rick shoots one and it misses, and the arrow hits.
Rick
bounces off his head.
Rick shoots his gun in the air and it bounces off the side.
It actually bounced off Daryl's head, and he's like, what was that?
oh yeah, it hits Rick in the hat, and
Yeah, he's like,
his
what
Carl's
what-
Carl's hat, and he's
Coral,
like, man.
you see that coral? What
He's like, Rick,
tarnation?
he's like, Dad, why are you shooting bullets again?
Why do I always sweat? I look at a wet dog.
Fuck, meteorite just hit me.
I can tell which episodes were filmed in August because I'm just sweating my ass off. Anyway,
Was he a different person in? Because he looked in the mirror and he was like an older man. He was like a man.
No,
with,
that was what the computers wanted him to see.
yeah,
That's
everyone,
what-
yeah, the viewer sees him as Neo, but the rest of the Matrix world sees him as the old man.
Right.
Yeah.
That way, that's why Trinity was like, "Do we know each other?"
And she's
What did she look like?
Her.
Her.
Yeah.
But had he looked like Neo, it would have been like a.
Because nobody was looking for her because they gave two shits. At one point, they showed the architect in the reflection. The very first reflection, it showed the architect going like this.
Yeah.
I just remember
It was weird.
the agent, the boss.
Mr. Anderson.
I remember his reflection, but it was just really confusing. It was kind of confusing
I think it was bad on purpose.
on
I
purpose.
think she's trying to kill the series.
Yeah.
Who?
It makes sense.
The director?
Lana.
You think
Yeah.
that she's?
I think she's done with Matrix and she's trying to kill it.
She doesn't want them to remake it. Because that's what the whole movie was about, was why did we have to make this? That's literally the whole point of the
It was
movie.
So executives pushed this.
Yeah.
This is the same movie as Space Jam 2.
Yeah.
It was
That
like,
was,
why are we making this?
Space Jam 2 would have been better if they would have brought Michael Jordan back.
He wasn't
They didn't.
coming
They
back
didn't
for
bring
that.
Michael B. Jordan back.
That was so stupid.
Everyone clapped at that scene.
Well, it
That's
was
even
close
worse.
because it was
Like,
close.
I clapped. I watched at home.
I was about to say, who'd you watch
Clapping
it? Would you
cheeks.
watch it with your wife? She's like, I like him.
We were close to Michael Jordan since it had a B in it.
We didn't have Michael A. Jordan. We just had Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah.
What about Michael J. Jordan?
Michael J. Jordan, his son.
Oh, Michael
Michael
Jeffrey
Jackson.
Jordan.
Jeffrey. I don't know who it is.
I wasn't a fan of Matrix, but I need to watch it again.
Yeah, it was an end credit scene. Just
You
at the
gotta
end.
watch. You have to watch Animatrix to get it.
I need to watch Animatrix.
Because there's more Matrix world there than what's
Yeah,
in the
there's
movie.
like a monkey getting jacked in.
Yeah.
What? Yeah, what would happen to all of our animals? Why wouldn't they harvest animals too instead of?
The animals are just rendered in.
They don't dream.
They're just
Animals
code
don't dream.
animals.
They don't have souls either.
There's no reason to keep an animal. The lifespan's too little.
You notice throughout all the Matrix movies, they don't have all dogs go to heaven in the libraries or nothing.
What?
yeah, but a turtle can live 100 years. Why wouldn't you harvest a turtle's body?
The turtles dream.
They snap.
Turtles.
Who fucking cares about
Turtles
a turtle?
reject the reality.
Plug up all the tubes to a turtle.
They get killed by straws.
what is
Nobody
the-
wants them.
What does the Matrix want with the human body, anyways?
It's a
What's
battery.
What's it hard? Yeah, so why not just
energy.
have
Turtles
billions
are
of?
cold blooded.
Yeah.
They can figure out a little hibernation tank for a turtle.
You give a 6-pack of Coke in the plastic ring to a human, and you give the plastic ring to a turtle. Who's going to live longer?
Why not? Why not have
Because for some reason a turtle wants to stick his fucking head through it.
put a
Stupid fucking turtle.
put a whale to sleep and just plug that fucker up with tubes, and
Dude,
they can
that's
harbor.
a lot of energy there. Yeah.
Why
Blue
not?
whale. A blue
like,
whale.
why only humans? It's a mammal too. Why not
Well,
dolphins?
because a human you can only have in a pod. They only, humans are only growing to like a thing of blue whales will be so much energy. They'll take so much energy just to farm a blue whale that they're losing negative energy.
I mean, why didn't they just clean up the skies and start using solar energy again?
Kind of like the scientists who want to dim the sun
Why
Have you seen that?
why didn't machines go into space
and clear up the climate.
just leave Earth? Who cares?
They can survive in space.
Go to the moon.
Yeah.
and just have a hyper solar powered.
As smart as they are, they're pretty stupid.
Because the machines survived off sunlight until humans are like, no, and they
Nuked 'em.
and they nuked the atmosphere. It's like, we killed ourselves too.
Yeah, that's true. Why doesn't the aliens just
Yeah,
leave?
especially with good robots and bad robots, you think they'll be like.
They should have expanded on the good robots, bad robots.
All right,
thing.
that's the main thing in the movie I liked was that some of the robots were like,
Helping.
good.
we
Oh,
don't
yeah.
want to kill you guys.
That
But they-
agent that turns.
They should have expanded on that.
Is that what you're talking about? The black guy at the beginning
Wait,
that
so
becomes Morpheus.
The redo Morpheus was weird because it was like he was a Morpheus that Keanu created inside of the Matrix.
Because he couldn't
but he was
exactly,
an
like,
agent, right?
Yes, he was an agent.
So how'd the agent turn?
He was coded as an agent, but he was Morpheus.
I thought that was weird. Like, why not?
And then it was also weird, now that I'm thinking about it, that the Buzz character started inside of the fake Matrix that Neo created in the Matrix.
Who's Buzz?
Bugs. The blue-haired.
Blue-haired
the
girl.
Asian girl.
Oh,
Everybody's favorite character from the movie.
She was fine.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's the best part of the whole. Like y'all said, it's like everyone's unanimous that she was the best character.
I think
But then the other new people they brought in were not that good.
the albinos should have came back.
The twins,
Yeah,
Didn't they die?
I don't care.
they transported.
They
through
should have
seats
came
and shit.
back versus what is his name?
The Machiavellian?
The Machiavellian, who's like turned into Rufio
I don't understand why they were like so decrepit
because they were. I don't know.
and why they turned into Asians. Like they were literally Mongol warriors. It was
Well, I think if you watch the second movie, he has like ancient weapons on the wall hanging up, don't he? In the hall, the
yeah,
stairway. the
but
stairway
he's hanging
place.
out with vampires and stuff. Like it should have been ghosts and vampires again.
Yeah,
are you talking about the nightclubs he used to go to?
He's talking about the guy who's like, watch this girl.
he has a fancy tie.
Like he date rapes a girl.
Yeah,
he
he
gives
does.
her like a macaroon and she gets wet.
Oh yeah,
yeah, she was in
yeah.
the bathroom. Yeah,
Yeah, he edges her while he's eating.
I thought you were talking about how they in the first one they go to that gothic nightclub, and it's dig through the ditches and burn
Nah, they
through
didn't
the
have that.
witches.
and he's like followed a rabbit. He's like, pfft, and he
That
sees
was
a rabbit,
cool,
and he's like-
man. And then the second one, they had that rave scene with a bunch of titties for no reason.
Yeah, and then they
everyone's
and then-
sweating, throwing sweat everywhere.
Oh, you're talking about
It
at
probably
Zion.
smelled.
This is
It's
the
like-
tits out at Zion. Slow mo.
It probably smelled so bad.
It's just
In a
dreadlocks.
cave.
It's fucking hairy armpits, ass crack sweat.
Caves don't smell good.
No.
Then you throw 1,000 people
It's already
in it.
humid. You ever been to a fucking
That's how
concert or
I
something?
think that's how they gathered water. It was just doing raves.
just drink.
The
They just,
humidity.
they just boil
It just
human
makes-
sweat.
It made
got the-
clouds in the sky. Of
You've got the
Zion.
workers that go by and spatula off your sweat while you're dancing.
Serve it back to you. They just.
I'm kind of mad.
your hair out.
I'm also mad that only one old character survived.
Yeah,
Right.
and they never went back to Zion.
I didn't.
I think they said Zion just like exploded or something.
Yeah, they went. They
Oh,
went to.
But we just can't go back.
They went to Ion.
They probably couldn't rebuild
or,
Zion after
Ohio.
that big
Ohio.
attack.
Yeah, Ohio. Yeah, they went to Ohio.
Remember the big attack on Zion where the core
they-
drillers were drilling
Oh,
in?
Mega
like
Salt 4.
three
Yeah.
Yeah,
of those
but
fuckers drilled
They
in?
stopped. Like Neo saved the day and
Yeah.
they stopped.
I
That-
know,
that,
but
that baby robot head came out and was like, "We agree." Remember the last one? Didn't it look like a baby head? But it had like it was like one of those. You know that toy you used to stick your face in?
Oh
That
yeah,
metal
yeah,
thing?
yeah, yeah.
It looked like someone just did that, and that was talking to Neo. And he's like, "Okay, I'll sacrifice myself." And then he went on the gurney.
but they destroyed Zion. Like the
No.
destruction.
Zion
No,
survived.
Well, it
didn't
destroyed because all the salt from the hair weakened the foundation.
No,
of the rocks and
Zion
stuff.
survived,
they tore all the fucking buildings like off its foundation.
but they survived.
But then they went to Ohio next.
Yeah, they would Ohio.
They went up on the surface.
like Zion was like
No, they went to a new city. It's called Ohio.
Are we talking about Walking Dead now?
No, he's talking about Io.
Io.
Ohio? They went
Ohio.
there. There was a lot of land there. Freedom. It was all brown.
New Zion.
The movie was not
Yeah.
that good. It just wasn't that good.
The robots don't want nothing to do with Ohio.
Hell no.
Yeah, anything up north is just dead.
It's terrible.
Like
Yeah,
it,
shipyards and stuff.
Keep
That's it.
people
It
killing
was
people
just-
over snow.
There's no textiles.
it was like watching the first movie, and then like you watch a bootleg version of it next to it that somebody made, and they're like,
I kind of like the AI guys coming out of the Matrix into the.
see, it had good ideas. It
Like
was
the-
just like some of the
parts.
stuff. The story itself was
It made me-
just dumb.
It makes me wonder if the robots could just jack into the Matrix.
I didn't like how the guy that jacks the real people in to the Matrix should be there digitally. Like, you should run, but he's like what is he, like a hologram
The guy
that's
made out
not
of
there?
marbles.
I think they did that just to give him screen time.
You talking about the guy made out of marbles?
No, the guy
No,
that would like be
the
there-
operator.
He would be there. The operator, yeah. He would be like there, but not there. People would be like running past him. He's like, "Turn your left," and I
Kind
just
of like Predator and Silhouette. Predator.
I didn't like it.
Predator.
I like the fact that they didn't use phone booths anymore. They
I'm
used
pissed
mirrors.
off that they use
That was
mirrors.
fun.
They should have.
You didn't like that?
They should have stuck in 1999.
Yeah.
Well, I can
I needed,
tell.
like,
Because the
an
programming would have stayed in 1999.
Like I need an old Sony phone, a Nokia.
That's like, yeah, all the technology in the Matrix should have stayed. It should never advance. It should have stayed with 99.
Because I don't like the consequences that in Neo's world 9/11 happened.
Well, the only reason I can see it being more modern with us is because the people in the Matrix would create that type of culture that we have now.
Do you think so? People in the Matrix created 9/11.
Yes.
Well, I would imagine they'd have to create
Yeah.
conflict.
Because in
Maybe
the
they would create the exact conflict that we experience in real life, but they never experienced it before the Matrix started.
but they would use the ideas that the people
But
that
it
are
never
plugged
happened.
in.
It never happened.
Do you think they experienced like World War II?
Because the Matrix came out in 99. Did they ever establish what year the movie was set in?
Like it was like hundreds of years in the future. Wasn't
Do you
it?
think they
Was it
experienced
like
like the birth of Jesus and all that? Does it go back
Well,
that far?
I'm just saying, we don't know what year the Matrix started.
Oh.
Like human.
Yeah, like the Earth age is
Ended.
set hundreds of years in the future, but the Matrix was set in our present day.
Yeah.
Like they were like, we just went back to a time when things
Because
were
they were
peaceful.
trying
Yeah.
to say that like 99 was our prime time.
Yeah.
Right.
And then just so happened 9/11
Yeah, 'cause in
happened
the-
just after that.
In the actual first Matrix movie, it was like
The
we
peak humanity.
we did a perfect society where there was no famine, no nothing, and it failed. It's like, so we had to do this where people struggle, but not too much.
Yeah.
So I think what happened is they just deleted Muslims from the 99 world.
If you think about it, there were no Muslims in the first
I had
Matrix.
that Enoch guy. It might have been.
I think they were Indians.
Yeah.
Hey, colonizers.
Nah,
So
like
what I'm
this-
saying is,
I bet you he probably took a bunch of arrows to the head from that terminal velocity.
So I think
He's probably
You
pretty
should ask
upset
that. You should
about
be on
it.
TikTok. Hey, colonizer guy.
Oh, the hey colonizer
I bet my
guy?
bullet penetrate your skull more
He
than an arrow.
looks like a woman.
He does. Look a bitch.
He looks like a woman.
No offense, but like he has.
Very much offense. He's a bitch.
Who?
The hey
There's
colonizer
there's
guy.
a guy on
I
TikTok
don't
that's
know
like,
what he
hey,
looks like.
colonizer.
He's an Indian guy, and all he does is he comments on people's videos saying "Hey, colonizer," and talks about how they're wrong about what they just posted.
But he has very woman features.
that's
Yeah.
cool.
I sent you guys a text about what happened in Iraq when they shot bullets in the air.
So
Okay.
you guys all hated the Matrix, is what
I
I'm getting
told
at?
you he'd bring it up
I
in
didn't watch
5
it.
minutes. I told you he'd
No,
bring it
I'm
up
not
in
bringing
5
it
minutes.
up. I'd send it in a group text
I
so y'all
told you
could
you
read
couldn't leave
it.
it alone.
So
It happened in real life.
Thomas
I was
didn't
on
like
Quora.
it. Alex,
I was
didn't
okay.
Watch it. Tyler, what did you think of the Matrix?
I fell asleep, so I
Okay.
can't give a valid opinion.
I'll be the one that says I think it was okay.
It was okay.
but I
Yeah.
could tell they were trying to kill it.
Is it better than the third movie?
I like the
Just give
third
me-
movie. That's when Zion gets attacked.
So the
I
best
thought
thing
they're like knuckle up.
the best
people hate
thing
that
about the Matrix
You didn't like
4.
the fucking robots
That's all right.
shooting? I
No,
thought that
listen,
was sweet.
the best thing about the fourth one
Don't tell me to listen.
is that it makes the second, third one not the worst movies ever.
Exactly. I got
true.
you.
Like the movie was watchable. It was the Mech Warrior stuff.
I love the Mech Warrior stuff.
See, that's why the vast majority of Matrix fans don't like the third Matrix movie because it's mostly in Zion.
I like that though.
I think
Because the only thing in the
personally.
Matrix is what Neo walking like 20 feet tall fighting Agent Smith.
Right.
Well, he
That's on
fights
there.
like the Agent Smith as a
Oh,
virus.
also, I didn't
Yeah.
care for that he couldn't fly anymore.
Oh yeah, like the million Agent
Yeah.
Smiths at the
And
end.
they're all in the building. It's so
I want Prime Neo. We never got to see it.
yeah.
yeah.
I want to see him like going Goku.
Like,
He got robbed at the end of this new one.
yeah, he's
Yeah.
like, I can't fly anymore.
And she flew. I was
Well,
like, this is
he learned
bullshit.
how to do it again after the fact.
That's what
At the very end of the movie.
a woman showed him how to do it.
She was wasn't she carrying him by his hand, or did they
Yeah,
fly
but
together?
right before the credit scene,
No,
they
he
were
was
both
flying.
flying.
Yeah, he was flying at the end.
They both had the power somehow.
That's kind of cheesy. That's like flying off into the sunset.
Because I think
type of
the whole
happiness.
thing was like the one could be any of us.
Yeah, it's all in your head. You create you create your own fantasy within the Matrix.
That's why I got
Because
it.
it's not real.
And
Like the movie was watchable. It was just overall, it was just dumb. But it wasn't like the worst movie ever made. But it wasn't good compared to what the Matrix should be.
I like Mech Warrior stuff. Third one is where it's at for me. I like
That's
the first
fine.
one and the third one. I don't like the twins with samurai swords.
Especially when they build up the little peasant boy that's like the Aaron guy.
He's like running
And then
ammunition in the
and then
wheelbarrow.
he jumps into the thing and instant dies.
Yeah.
That guy was a good character.
I just thought, where the fuck did they get this ammo?
Yeah, he's kind of like
This
fucking,
is the end of the world.
Dude,
How
it's-
did they get these hundreds of
Dude,
thousands
he
of
had
rounds?
more rounds than Taliban has right now. That's where he probably got it from.
Where did they get
Zion
Taliban.
is the cave in Taliban.
And
The
why?
KGB leftovers.
Yeah.
Why do they have all the robots? Did they know that one day this attack was coming? Like, they
obviously-
have hundreds of robots down there.
Obviously, these robots didn't help when it started.
Where did they
Why would
come
it-
from?
And you think they would have had something better if they knew EMPs knocked them out? Why didn't they just have a bunch of EMPs ready?
They would take out their own electronics, is what they were saying. It was a failsafe. Hit it, boom. EMP goes off, kills all the electronics.
My favorite part of the first Matrix is when they're in the Nebuchadnezzar, whatever it's called.
It's
Yeah,
the
yeah,
Nebuchadnezzar.
yeah.
Then they nestle the ship. They're being chased by the drone things,
Yeah,
and they nestle it down and cut all the lights off.
yeah.
And then Morpheus gets a toboggan and puts it on.
Yes. I never understood why he puts the beanie on.
He's like, shh. he puts it I know it's cold, but for some reason that scene always struck me as odd because they're all. It's like they nestle it backwards. It's like a fucking 5-minute scene of them parking the
yeah,
fucking
and they
ship.
turn off all the lights.
And then he's
he's
like,
be quiet.
like was in his back pocket. He just pulls it out.
You should ask that to the director. That's like, this has killed me for years.
Why did
It was
Morpheus-
out of place.
Why did you have Morpheus put on toboggan?
That's his teddy bear,
I got you, his blanket.
his blanket.
Yeah.
That was like his signature move.
I should just hit there and cringe. Like, just,
Or maybe it covered up the heat signature from his bald head.
it might have. But when you breathe, it puts out heat too. Y'all were like,
Yeah. Two things that stuck out when you were talking about flying the Nebuchadnezzar.
You think they would have just went out there and started shooting arrows in the air at all
yeah.
the
Because
robots?
obviously the arrow would have penetrated right through the robot. They probably could have shot the arrow at the robot instead of just doing all that convoluted fucking mess.
They have like Gatlin arrow guns.
Yeah, in the third Matrix movie, they actually took the Nebuchadnezzar and went up
Oh,
and
and
made
the-
it come down at terminal velocity and
A
it killed
fucking
Trinity.
giant ballista comes out and just shoots it in the air.
Yeah, if that thing hits you in the head, you're a goner.
They used the whole spaceship as a fucking falling bullet.
Yeah.
Dink a little spaceship off your head.
Dude, there's like a whole thread about this beanie.
Is it really?
Yeah. Is it really? Yeah, there's like 100 comments.
Oh, wow.
So there's two things when you were talking about driving the Nebuchadnezzar. You know, when Jada Pinkett is a pilot and she's flying and she's like, damn, this bitch got a fat ass or something like that. And she's like
yeah.
scraping the walls and she's flying
Yeah.
fast.
It's
And
like
then-
generic black people speak.
yeah, and then there's a white guy on the back that's like,
How can
ching,
we
ching,
win?
ching, ching, ching,
Yeah.
ching, 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 and he's like, God damn, this woman can drive. That sticks out to me. That's kind of a favorite part of mine. He makes a noise. He's like, oh, this woman can drive.
Like
he takes his stomach.
Shut up and drive.
It's like it takes his stomach or something. I don't know. But I need to
Anyway.
watch it again. I've been watching the hell out of The Witcher. Have y'all been watching the new season of The
It was
Witcher?
good.
I'm all the way through it, yeah.
I hear that they do a lot of character assassination in this one.
Well,
I like it.
Christopher was talking about the tree man, so I don't know.
Tree Man, the lead man. Not the lead man, but the lead man's father.
Oh, don't tell me that.
A lot of things happen.
I wouldn't consider him
You
his
got-
father.
This is the thing with TV shows. You got to separate from the source material.
There's an endemic of like people writing TV shows from books that they want to write fan fiction about a show, and they don't want to write the show from the books.
They don't want to follow the script.
Right.
They just want to take the characters and make their own story.
That sounds like Star Wars.
Yeah.
I don't remember about that.
Book of Boba Fett is doing pretty bad right now.
I've only seen one episode.
How did Boba Fett survive the Sarlacc
Oh, have you seen this,
stomach?
It showed it.
have you seen the scene from Parks and Rec where Patton Oswalt describes the whole scene?
Yes.
That's because he wrote the episode too. Anyway.
Yeah.
Is that how?
But they made
Yeah,
that
yeah,
up.
yeah.
And then someone went back and was like, well, actually, there was a Boba Fett book written back in the 60s that had the same thing.
That's just Thomas. That's EU.
John Favreau and whatever his
Thing,
fucking name is.
John Favreau and I forget the other guys.
But honestly,
Filoni?
Filoni, yeah.
They're the
scene
ones
of-
that created the Sarlacc pit death idea or survival stomach idea.
That's
Well, like Boba Fett coming out like that, I mean, there was only one scenario for him to come out of the pit.
He found a stormtrooper, sucked on his oxygen, and then burned a hole in the Sarlacc pit, like the side.
Yeah,
That's cheesy.
it was. I was
wanna-
wondering. I was wondering why Boba Fett was such a bitch.
He had a rocket. Doesn't he have a rocket on his back that he could just like?
Well, he's in a tight
can we
space.
look- Are we going to argue the propulsion energy from a rocket boost with the weight of the sand on top of you?
Actually, his rocket booster was damaged by Han Solo
He
when they were up. Yeah,
Oh,
he
yeah.
dinged
Because
it, but
he
still,
did fly sideways at one
he
part.
still has a projectile rocket.
Well, he
on him.
wouldn't have punched out either. He would have been going.
Oh yeah, it's on his hand. I think isn't the rocket strike on his
He
hand?
has a rocket on his hand when he shoots.
I just think burning a hole in the side of a Sarlacc is like going to be
That killed
tremendously
it.
hard.
That killed it.
I'm fine with it. I don't care.
It was a good scene.
I'm not like a Boba Fett stan.
You just
like
want a
all the
Boba
old
Fett to be a
characters.
white guy, right?
No, I
He's
wanted
not a
him-
white guy?
He's
Kind of is.
Well, he's New
No,
Zealander.
he's New Zealand.
Close enough.
He's related to the guy that played the leader in Zion that died.
Yeah, he's like the
Okay.
same actor
person.
of the guy who got.
Lucky New Zealanders aren't white now. I
Jango
guess.
Fett.
Yeah.
I liked that they
They're
showed.
lucky.
I liked that they showed Django getting decapitated again, and it like solved my wonder for all the years if he was holding his dad's head severed
inside
head.
the helmet.
No, but it wasn't because you can see the helmet fly off the head through a shadow.
Oh, so it did separate.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah, they did a side by side with the prequel movies and the Boba Fett show, and they actually reshot those scenes.
I just heard,
It wasn't one for one from the prequel.
This kind of sucks because I remember loving that kid. He's just going, "Yep,
Yeah, it
My dad's
was.
head's in there.
It was like it was the same scene, but they showed it and it was like redone slightly.
yep."
So I don't know if they just pulled it out or what they did. I don't know.
I just heard that there's some bad acting in the Book of Boba Fett.
IGN gave it an 8.
I love.
They're paid.
I wouldn't
what's
have
her
gave it
name?
an
What's
8.
the girl's name that plays the girl?
The Asian
The
lady.
ninja
Yeah.
chick?
She was good in the Shield show, so I'm a fan.
She didn't do too good
But don't
against
she
the
play an
people with the
Asian-
shields.
But isn't she an Asian lady in another Star Wars show?
Yeah, the same.
What should you talking
And
about?
Mandalorian, it's the same.
What should you mean?
It's the same universe.
I want to be ninja.
I always wonder how many people seen
What
that.
do
and
you
there's
mean?
Like, Where's
What
Baby
do you
Yoda at?
Yeah.
I don't know what you talk about.
Where's that Skywalker feller? That dude with the green saber. Where's he
I didn't
at?
care for him.
Where's the guy in the black cloak missing his hand? Where's he at? When's he gonna come in?
Yeah.
What's that old fucker with bags under his eyes? He needs some sleep.
Where's
got
the baby Yoda?
We got Darth Vader in this universe.
I need baby
we have
Yoda.
all the characters.
Do you
in
know
this
Senator
universe.
Palpatine's daughter is Emperor Palpatine?
And where would they be? They're somewhere in this. They're somewhere in the galaxy.
Yeah.
If this Boba Fett's here, then we have them. So
Well, isn't this after Return of the Jedi?
Yes.
Technically,
This is
Yeah.
before. Yeah.
it's like before the new series.
Yes. It's before.
But it's
Force
after
Awakens.
Return of the Jedi, so Darth Vader should be dead, right?
Yes.
All
Yeah. What was that?
That's Boba Fett.
young Boba Fett.
Oh.
Yep.
Okay. Okay.
His yips were deep cuts. Yep.
Yep.
So they're probably gonna do some fake young Princess Leia's, Han's.
No, they're dead.
No. This
No,
is
Oh, Han's alive.
Book of Boba Fett's after.
Return of the Jedi, but before Force Awakens.
I
Yeah.
thought they were all. I thought Boba Fett falls into the Sarlacc
At the
pit.
end of Return of the Jedi.
You know
Then
that
he's
Well, that
in-
was a flashback, though. That was a flashback because in Mandalorian, Boba Fett doesn't have his armor, so the stuff where it has him with the Sand People and the Sarlacc pit, that's a flashback, and Vader is still alive for some
right.
of that.
So like Empire Strikes Back is only like 5 years ago in this show.
But where it shows present day stuff with Boba Fett, that's where Mandalorian left off, which is after Darth Vader.
I just thought that
That's
Book
after
of Boba
Return.
Fett was after he falls off the ship.
No, it was a flashback.
Wait, it is, isn't it? Book
Yeah.
of Boba Fett is after he falls off the ship.
Into the Sarlacc pit.
Right. That's like
Oh yeah.
And then so
But then it showed the stuff where he had his armor again. That's after Mandalorian.
Where he got Jabba Hutt
right.
in the Mandalorian.
But that's only like what, a couple years?
yeah.
yeah.
all the characters should still be in this universe, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Princess Leia, Luke, and Han
I
are,
guess
but not Darth Vader.
Obi-Wan's dead.
Yeah, Obi-Wan's been dead comparatively, but Darth Vader got killed.
Yeah, Darth Vader's
So technically,
dead.
Kylo Ren, all them were getting born.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kylo Ren's like in Han's nutsack right now.
That's what I was wondering if they were going to have a fake Leia, a fake Luke
Nah,
Skywalker.
they won't do Leia like that. They're just done.
They
with
did
it.
her already
should
like
They
that.
should introduce a young Snoke, like a Snoke character, to build his character up.
Oh yeah, that's probably what they're gonna.
The
that's
one
probably
who's
what they're
like-
cloning with.
The guy that was
that's
in
a big
in
plot.
charge of
They're
the
not
First
gonna be that
Order,
smart.
The guy that they just fucked over in the second.
Actually, no, it's wrong because
Rise of the Resistance.
I read a Darth
No,
Vader. I
Luke
read,
Skywalker.
I read the Darth Vader comic book, and Darth Vader went to Exo, and there was already clone Snoke there. So
Oh, so when the fuck did Snoke? Is Snoke one of the younglings that Anakin didn't kill?
It's a giant plot hole.
It is. They just screwed that pooch. It could have been so much with Snoke.
They should have been better.
Yeah.
I think it was where the middle movie dropped off, and it should
Well,
have
it's
been.
like he
in
had
it.
obviously force powers, or something. Maybe not fully, but he had some influence because he could talk to all of them.
Took a TIE fighter into hyperspace.
Yeah.
Is that not possible?
They probably didn't know how to. They probably didn't know how to write the character.
I don't think
Yeah.
anybody really cares about the direction of Star Wars anymore.
I don't know, dude. I kind of like horses on space destroyers.
I mean, the guy's name's Ryan. And he's spelled with an I. So
Rian?
The
Uh,
hotel ain't doing
Is
good.
it Rian Ryan? Rain?
is it Rainn Wilson or
I don't
Ryan
it's
Johnson?
It's Ryan.
Oh, yeah, Rainn Wilson's the dude from Office.
Wait, the hotel's not doing good?
No,
What,
People-
sales are down?
people are canceling their orders, their
Yeah.
stays.
So how long do you think it'll be until somebody does a My Star Wars hotel porn shoot?
Oh,
Somebody's gonna go to that hotel
They should report in the
and
hotel
shoot
room.
an amateur porn in. Or
Probably already
whatever.
happened. It's probably
that's interesting.
They start doing it, and like Mickey busts in. It's like, we see you.
No coming in the hotel.
You have a Jar Jar Binks pop in.
Me's watching you from the camera.
Misa say no.
Oh my god.
Oh, that's when they knock on the door. Hurry, Misa need to.
Me's catch you before penetration.
Misa need to hide inside.
Misa must ask you to come with me, and you must be kicked out.
Appendages in the mouth is no longer allowed here at hotels.
They would probably let you finish it and be like, you got to pay us for using our property.
Yeah. They all walk in and pull out their penis lightsabers.
Have you seen the lightsaber training?
Yes, it's terrible.
That was supposed to be
It's
like
just like you see
It's,
the
it's
thing.
anticlimactic
Like,
as fuck.
do you see what Disney took the videos down?
Yeah.
it's
Yeah,
light
you,
up.
only watch other people's like screen captures.
Like
of
you
it.
see the lightsaber training.
you seen
though.
it, Thomas?
It's like
See if you can find it.
I
It's
am
embarrassing.
Having, just search
It's a-
lightsaber training.
So
It's-
this is a
the guy
guy's
even
like-
misses something.
the guy's like, I'm having fun now,
It's so bad.
so this is a $6,000 2-day stay.
and it's a freaking hole in the wall.
And then they say like some of the control panels and shit for the spaceship looks like Space Mountain shit.
Yeah, it's
like
like-
it looks
Yeah.
older, like
Dude,
shittier.
this-
Yeah, this is it.
You want Star Wars?
He's wearing a mask too.
I'll give you this experience for $100 if you're in North Carolina.
All right, hold on.
I've got a lightsaber too.
So excited to have you here.
They can't hear this, but
Fast forward a little bit.
She fucked up her lines.
Yeah, I saw that stutter.
Just give him the sword. All right, here we go, boys. I could do that.
That's
I've
$225. by the
got
way.
that sword for us, boys. We can do this experience.
This guy's a
So
bad
what'd he do?
actor.
Flashlight. Flashlight.
They have
Flashlight.
like fog in the air.
Flashlight.
that's so
Flashlight.
bad.
And you got to remember, you waited like 4 hours to do this.
This guy is too into this.
No, he's not into it at all.
That is fun.
Look at those
That is
panels.
fun. That looks shitty.
It doesn't even look like Star Wars.
No, it doesn't. You get to touch a lot of buttons.
Watch. The guy's just like,
He's
wow.
just like cool. Pow, pow, pow.
It does nothing.
Yeah, none of those knobs or buttons say what they do or
Watch,
anything.
This is terrible.
Wait, why do you have to have two people?
Wow.
It should took a TIE fighter in hyperspace.
His aiming is terrible.
And how's this going to work if like a kid
Wait,
does
the
it
TIE
and they
fighters
lose?
came in at the same spot every time.
But what if they lose? What if you lose the battle?
Oh,
Don't let me mess this up, he says.
I mean, that looked kind of cool.
The end is the only cool part.
and at the end, the whole room explodes.
We're not
Like,
that
So the
shit.
$6,000 includes your funeral.
That'd be awesome.
Drive through a dreadnought.
All right, I'll give them credit. If you do that little mini game and you lose,
And it blows
and
up.
then like the alarms start going off and the hotel goes into lockdown and like Darth Vader comes on, that'd be awesome.
When
you
he
get-
slices
but
cast members in half.
They give you a funeral procession, but no one's allowed to stop on the other side of the road for you.
Dude, that looked half-ass as shit.
It
Yeah,
is.
it
It's
does.
not worth
That looks so bad.
$6,000.
So it's like the people that went on day one were like,
I don't think anybody's
It's
been
not.
yet.
It hasn't started yet.
Yeah.
oh, it hasn't been
Not yet.
People are just canceling because
Yeah.
they're seeing what you can do.
Yeah. That's why
Nothing, there's nothing to do there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you wait. You whole weekend is waiting to do that lightsaber.
Because there's a
game.
video where it shows a guy walking through the actual hotel part, and he's like
Boys,
walking through
I have a lightsaber. We could
He's
set up
walking
one of
through
these
what?
games.
It's just shitty hotels,
Be
like
a good
1970s hotel. Like, it just looks like ass.
So they had this really trick lightsaber that only one or two of the cast members have, like Ray has, and it's a tape measure. And somehow they can make it look like it's a real
Yeah.
lightsaber.
Oh, okay.
And then like one time they did it and the tape like broke. It like folded over or something. It malfunctioned. Yeah, and so
Wonder if that would kill him at terminal velocity.
I think a tape measure would probably hurt. Yes.
It's just coming down and unravels, and the whole thing just goes through
I've
you.
been
But
back-
it hits the bottom, goes.
I've been back.
Oh, it folds you up. It folds you in half when it retracts.
The other benefit is you get to be in the Star Wars park an hour early or 30 minutes
wow.
early. Yeah.
I paid $6,000 to get into this $100 ticket an hour early.
Yeah, it's
If they actually had shit for you to do, it would be fine. Like if the food was themed, but it was actually good food.
Like you should be able to
It-
go out and like proposition Twi'leks and stuff.
it
Yeah.
will definitely be themed food, and
I don't think so. I think it would just be like Mickey burgers and shit.
No,
No, you get blue shrimp.
Have you ever been to Animal Kingdom?
A long time ago.
Well, they have Avatar
He's
World
only
now.
been to the.
I've been to all the parks. It's
Not
just
when
a while,
Have
a
been
while
when
back
Avatar
ago.
World was there.
No,
Oh well, so
I went
even-
when Islands of Adventure opens.
Look,
Even-
I went when the Space 2000 ride was making people sick.
well, even in Star Wars Park,
left and
they
yeah,
have
well-
themed food in there. Like they don't have any Mickey Mouse fucking ice cream bars.
No
and
Mickey
stuff.
burgers.
Yeah, you get Star Wars food like blue shrimp and titty milk.
Yeah, blue titty milk.
I don't want blue shrimp. Do they have hamburgers?
They have.
They have like a version, but it's like a Star Wars version.
Yeah,
It's
it's
just
like,
a
look
TIE
at these
fighter.
bantha burgers.
Yeah.
Oh,
But still a burger.
it's still a hamburger.
And so, and then apparently all the cast are role playing while they're on the ship.
Right.
And so that you might get propositioned to be a spy or to
but
work for
it's
the
all
rebel.
the same bullshit.
It's the same thing. Like you and 5 other people have the same task.
Yeah.
But they take you over here. They take them over here. And they're like, find the spy.
It's
And
like a
then
timeshare.
You have to find some guy dressed up as a.
Yeah.
And he sticks out like a sore thumb.
See, I thought you could like
Well, I
cosplay
guess
and
could
do
be.
your own thing. Like I want to dress up as General Grievous and just go around the ship going like,
You break into the captain's quarters.
yeah, like take
You have
over
the
the
extra
ship.
arms just spinning. Just like spinning lightsabers. The whole time you're just like, General Kenobi.
Yeah. you would make people's weekend if
Yeah,
they
it'd
were
be like,
spending $6,000.
because someone
would
would walk up to you and be like, ah, hello there. Someone would do it.
Apparently, you do get clothing to wear.
like undergarments.
Yeah, well, like you get to dress
Give
up
you like
as
a
a
TIE fighter
Jedi.
underwear.
Because you know Star Wars, they don't wear underwear.
You just get
George
Imperial.
Lucas, that's from George Lucas canon.
Oh, he's a pervert. I would
Space
imagine.
underwear is not a thing.
He raped that little girl.
Natalie Portman.
Are we,
For
are we,
Poltergeist.
Are we slandering? I don't think he did that.
I don't ever remember.
I think that was Steven
That-
Spielberg.
Steven Spielberg. Isn't that
George
who we're
Lucas.
talking?
No,
Oh.
George Lucas is
What's
different.
the difference?
Star Wars and Jurassic Park.
Looking at them, I can't tell the difference.
One has like a turkey neck.
Come on now.
Yeah,
know the
George
difference.
Lucas had that like big hair and the gray beard.
We saw that cartoon where George Lucas and Han and what's his real name?
that's a cartoon.
Was raping
That's
Leia.
a cartoon.
Yeah.
He
And,
had her over her knee and was spanking her.
All right.
with a big phallus,
Yeah.
Always got to be big.
big throbbing veiny phallus.
He would pretend he would draw a big veiny phallus on him. Yeah.
Like he'd actually have a dick sleeve in his pants.
Well, he'd be like, make it bigger. That's not the right size.
That's not canon.
I've got a cannon.
His face probably looks like that guy.
Oh, that guy just like really red.
That's actually George Lucas shaved.
That's the face of a guy straining not to go.
Yeah.
He's like, stop.
You know that's what it sounds
It's
like.
fucking weird.
Well,
I don't know.
have we made it?
Have we hit the end? Yeah, we're at the end.
Well, I mean,
You want me to get some outro music?
let's go to Star Wars. Let's go to the Star Wars hotel. You think we
I'm
can?
not paying for
for
the
all
Star
four
Wars.
of us-
I could be on your shoulders.
No, for
and you could be on Thomas's shoulders.
We
So
could-
we paid two people for the 4 people for the price of 2.
Well, we could just get a 4-person room. It'd only be $8,000
That's cheap.
for 2 nights.
That's affordable.
$2,000 per person.
I'm just like, I wouldn't just not do it out of protest.
Yeah.
I'm not giving Disney $2,000 for that.
I was like, why is my name on the screen?
I can buy 1,000 Mr. Chiefs.
1,000 Mr. Chief.
I mean, really.
That sounds like
mean,
money well spent.
Yeah, I hate the microtransactions, but like $20 is $20.
It's $20.
But I'm not giving.
$2,000 is.
I'm not like here's $8,000 for 2 nights.
It's crazy.
That could fund my entire gaming experience. For
You
like,
need
for
to-
years.
you would
life
need
of my life.
Yeah.
You need to get into the secret club while you're there.
Secret
All
Club.
the Secret Disney Club.
You need access to the secret Disney club. You need a full tour. You need free, like, no lines, go on any ride you want, straight to the front, and you have your own personal little Disney tour guide.
Or
Because
you-
that's a thing.
You can hop off in the Epcot in the big ball. You can hop off and go down into the sewers.
That'd be cool. I
would
want
be
I
kinda
want carte blanche access to everything for that fucking price.
Go to the Disney sewers.
Yeah, I'm gonna wade through them.
It's just alligators down there, but they have them dressed up as like,
All like Captain Hook villains.
yeah.
It's all the dead people that they want to hide from, who has heart attacks in their parks. They
Yeah.
didn't die in our parks. They're in the sewer now.
That's not our property.
Yeah.
That's the state's problem.
They were trespassing.
State did all the utilities, not us. We just use them.
That's where all the trespassing YouTubers end up. So we're gonna sneak into Disney. We're coming for you.
Just put on a yellow vest and walk in.
Yeah.
Is
just carry a
It
ladder.
works every time.
Carry a ladder
That or a camera.
or a pizza.
Just walk in.
You guys have your. Well, I'll have that on. I'll have my huge fucking camera.
I'll just have a high vis vest follow you.
That's what he's talking about.
Just
yeah.
walk in.
Yeah, you just walk in.
Just act like you fucking know what you're doing. Just
Well,
walk right in.
we could Sharpie camera crew on the back, and I promise you that'll work.
Just put owner on the back.
Put what?
Owner.
Yeah, just I'm wearing an owner jersey. And
I'm an
We're
owner.
all owners.
I'm an owner. Let me in.
I'm an owner.
You
tried
realize
that-
I'm
I
the
tried
owner.
doing that at a Hornets game and people looked at me weird.
The owner.
Yeah.
It's like you're white.
You're not Michael, you asshole.
I did that at a NASCAR race. I was
Oh yeah, I'm Richard Childers.
no, I went in with a huge camera, and I went over the wall, over the pit wall during a race.
What is this shit?
And one of the guys that was there in a NASCAR vest that was supposed to hold people back, he was like, "Come here," and he like let me go into a crazy area. Cameras will get you places, big ones.
NASCAR's, I mean, I'm not saying anything, but NASCAR's probably a little easier than like NBA.
I don't know. They're pretty.
It's like a high school football game.
You can't go on
NASCAR Hornets.
You can't go out. You can't like go run onto the racetrack,
No, but if you got a camera, you can get through that tunnel.
but you won't. Well, so we're
Look,
about to go down.
I just drove my truck straight to the track one time.
Yeah.
To meet a guy. I just drove in there.
Now, do you think a NASCAR hitting you would kill you, or would a basketball hitting you would kill you? Terminal velocity,
Well,
which
I
one?
think I seen Tony Stewart run over a guy. So,
Pretty
Oh, no,
sure
funny. Yeah.
terminal velocity, they both kill you.
Well, do you think terminal velocity basketball hitting you, or terminal
I don't-
velocity bullet hitting you would kill you?
They both would kill.
Both.
And like the car don't have to be terminal velocity at all. It's gonna kill you anyway.
Yeah.
I just love how terminal
if you
velocity is
jump
just
in-
instant death
It's
now.
instant death.
if you jump and roll,
It
is.
Death by terminal velocity.
A pillow going terminal velocity,
Yeah.
a basketball going terminal velocity, baby Trump going terminal velocity, or a bullet going
I can
terminal velocity
jump.
all day.
I
It
can
depends on
jump.
where it hits you.
dude, I can jump and body roll into a car's windshield and survive.
If this shit's hit
Across the highway.
that car, it's gonna hit the bill of your hat and make you like just bounce sideways.
It's just-
It'll warn you before it gets
tis
there.
but a bruise.
Are you telling me this going terminal velocity would kill you?
If it hits you in the head,
I just love how everything is death with terminal velocity.
if it hits you in the head,
What about this piece of paper?
The only thing guaranteed in life is death, taxes, and terminal velocity.
That's the only three
That's the three
definite things.
things.
it's taxes and death by terminal velocity. No, it's like
Terminal velocity is just a speed.
yeah, and at
doesn't
that
mean
speed,
death.
it'll kill you
What about
if it hits you in the head.
Dude,
If
a
something-
10-mile-an-hour car can kill you if it hits you just right.
Yeah.
I mean, this microphone hitting my temple could kill me just straight.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's just a speed. It's just a speed. It doesn't mean death.
I didn't make the physics rules, man.
You are.
live 'em.
You,
I just live by it.
you're making the rules tonight.
I'm just saying terminal velocity, it said it can kill you. So
Just
terminal velocity is not going to kill you. It's the items at which it travels.
That's important to
It's
say.
the items.
Terminal velocity doesn't
But then
always equal
again,
death.
a pillow traveling at terminal velocity is still going to hurt probably. It's not
I mean,
going to be
A
soft.
pillow might just straight up snap your neck.
Yeah, it's just so wide. It just
It's not going to be
It just
soft.
hits you and just pushes your head into
I
your
think a pillow's
course.
just like
Your
Like,
torso.
okay, like
your
you
head
got to
just
think.
spins.
Like if you run and jump into like a mattress, if you're going really fast, that mattress isn't soft anymore. It's like when you jump
when
in.
you fall in the water, it's like concrete.
Yeah.
I've seen guys jump out of trucks into evergreen trees, like on Jackass.
Turn that down just a second.
It's just weird how we're putting labels on all these strange things. Mattresses? If you're going 500 mile an hour, a mattress ain't soft anymore, buddy.
You might be able to hold up two mattresses and
The difference
and stop an arrow.
is you're the one reaching terminal velocity, not the mattress.
You've gone past it at 500.
You'll actually go through the mattress. The mattress will live. You will die.
If you eject out of a jet airplane over Mach 1, it like busts your
Eardrums and shit.
This guy got his arm ripped off.
You're going
Almost
so
died.
fast your limbs can't
His
hold.
co-pilot died.
Yeah.
His co-pilot died, and he lived barely. He said his leg was hanging on by a tendon, and his arm was twisted around
Why do
backwards.
you eject?
He had to. He couldn't tell if he was going up, down, sideways, or straight, and he was his altimeter was like going to zero like this fast. He was just like eject, and they pulled up going over 800 mile an hour. Like hit this. They said he hit the wind stream, and it ripped his helmet off. Busted like all the orbital bones in his face.
Yeah,
ripped
he
his
got
arm all
fucked.
the way off almost. His
He
leg
got
was
fucked.
hanging on by a thread, and his co-pilot basically died by the same injuries.
Yeah, you go like this through air every day, but you hit it fast enough.
Mach
You hit that air fast enough, it's like hitting a wall,
terminal
bro.
velocity, boys.
But what saved his life was he fell down and bounced off someone's hat brim.
He gave them but a bruise.
It's like
But a bruise.
I'm not as upset about it now.
no, it's like
but
the Halo campaign.
You were
Have
getting
guys-
way out of line.
I was mad.
It's like the Halo
'Cause I
campaign.
knew.
You fall down. As soon
You
as
grapple hook.
you see the speed line
Yeah.
happen where you will die, but you just grapple hook to the ground 3 foot off the ground. It saves you.
It's the same thing as jumping before you crash.
Well, what do you got for everybody, Chris?
Yep.
We don't know science, but
We don't.
we know Matrix.
We don't know shit.
and a little bit of Star Wars.
What about you, Thomas?
Just be careful with that terminal velocity. Terminal velocity, it's dangerous. It's called terminal for a reason.
Hashtag bullets over arrows.
Yeah, well,
It's not called safe velocity, it's called terminal.
Team Bullet.
why is it called terminal
Team Bullet
velocity?
It should be called malignant velocity.
It should be called death velocity.
Yeah, not benign velocity.
It's because terminal velocity is the same no matter what weight you are.
it might take you longer to reach it, but you'll
Yeah.
once
So it
reach
doesn't mean death.
Well, it means death for us.
I mean, it'll take a long time for a pillow to reach
Yeah.
terminal
it
velocity,
takes.
but it will.
It means death to us meatbags.
12 seconds.
Yeah,
well, that's a bullet.
It's like-
at 8 grams.
it's like
Well,
terminal
it doesn't matter to Thomas.
terminal velocity is like the fastest something that the fastest
Fast
speed
it
at
will
which
travel.
gravity,
It pulls it.
like Earth's gravity, will make it reach this velocity, but no more.
Well,
It's like you would have to add propulsion for it to be faster.
Yeah, yeah.
so, well,
That's
if
why it's
he's-
called terminal velocity. It's the end of gravity's.
You
Whatever.
put a SpaceX rocket on there. You just put a
going to space.
Yeah, put a SpaceX rocket and put a bullet in front of it. And see
yeah.
what
See which
happens.
one kills you first.
Well, if the bullet hits you on the side,
And the rocket just.
it's like you don't put the bullet with the point that way. You put the bullet on
Also,
the
the
side.
SpaceX rocket, if it was sideways, it'll bounce off of you.
Yeah.
But if it's pointed right at you,
It'll
it'll
get
kill
you.
you.
Much
Yeah,
more dangerous.
If it hits you at the front with the dick.
We
head,
are talking about projectiles.
Projectiles. So it comes sideways.
You're fine.
Now, if that
fine.
we could, this coffee mug, it just dinks on you on the side.
Yeah, this
now,
Yeti would probably go through you.
now if
If
it
that-
hits you at the bottom, that's doing some.
this thing.
That doesn't matter. If that hits you at terminal velocity, you die.
Yeah.
If it hits
And
you
it
in the
won't
head.
have it won't have a ding in
Okay,
it.
my asterisk on all of this, my asterisk is if it hits you in the head, you will die.
You can't be so sure.
If it ripped my arm off, I wish I was dead.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I'd be like, fuck, man, Yeti cut just ripped my arm
Yeah,
off.
if that hits you at terminal velocity and it hits you in the shoulder, you're breaking bones. Like, that shit's hurting.
Grinding the bones.
Like, it doesn't matter what side it hits you on.
It's gonna hurt you.
It's going to hurt like a motherfucker.
What do you got for everybody, Alex?
I just like to listen to everybody talk. That's why I'm such a.
I think this was like the only episode I got really heated on. There may have been one other one, but
It was a total agree to disagree, and you were just like, "I have a point that everyone needs to hear."
because
and
Chris
know.
was like, "It's just gonna bounce off my hat," and it sets me off.
Chris
Because I'm
was-
like, "It's wrong."
he was Chris and me. We were just saying we're going to take our odds with that bullet.
Okay, that's fine.
It might bounce off a hat even.
How you feeling, Tyler?
Be careful what you shoot
Fuck.
up in the air. Be careful what you shoot up in the air.
Have you guys ever shot a firework in the air and seen it fall back to the ground?
Like a Roman candle?
They explode.
I've seen it hit a tree. I've seen it even hit my car and not even leave a dent.
I've seen a firework.
Because it's not traveling at terminal
I
velocity.
saw a firework hit a piece of wood.
Fuck.
I had one fly into my hoodie pocket and burn it.
I did shoot
I
a firework.
I remember seeing that.
You know what? I did shoot a firework at somebody, and I bet you it was going faster than 150 mile an hour, and it didn't kill him.
I bet it wasn't going
I
150.
bet it wasn't going 150.
You won't be able to sell that if it went 150 miles an hour.
Yeah.
A rocket?
A
A
rocket or a
A
bottle
rocket? A bottle rocket.
Okay.
Sorry,
bottle-
I should have clarified.
A
thought you were
bottle
saying-
rocket doesn't travel 150 miles
I
an
say
hour.
we make
How
a,
fast? We
I'm
need
s-
to know now.
I say we make a potato gun.
Just so I know how fast
shoot
these
it in people's
bullets are
stomachs?
falling.
yeah, see who
You're
can,
saying a bullet will free fall faster
we
than a
don't-
rocket, than a bottle rocket?
We don't stop till it goes through your stomach.
we think we do Rubbermaid armor.
So you want to launch a water bottle?
100 miles an hour. for
That's a
water bottle.
waddle.
Waddle?
But still, a water bottle going
Waddle,
100 miles an
bottle,
hour.
waddle. Waddle, bottle,
Hey,
waddle.
waddle going 100 miles an hour will fuck you up.
Oh, look. That's
I like how everything's 150 miles an hour.
Yeah.
Why is
the launch speed of a firework can be as high as
the thing about a
150.
9mm
there's
bullet.
this variable. He's
150
going to
miles
use it
an
against
hour.
us. Use this can.
The largest shells can be 2 to 3 feet in diameter. Well, I think this is talking about a mortar.
Okay,
Like mortars would fuck you up, but a bottle rocket doesn't go 150. That thing's going like,
There you go. How fast is a bottle rocket?
yeah,
That's true. Like I can dodge.
60 miles per hour.
Like I can dodge a Roman candle shot.
Yeah.
But launching a rocket
They
straight
get-
up in the
they-
air
they
can
get
be
way
dangerous.
slower.
Why? Why can't it be dangerous to launch a rocket
You
straight
see the
up
guy
in
that
the
launched
air?
up his ass and it hurt him?
No, I
It
didn't.
doesn't come out.
I didn't either.
Well,
That 150 is like the end all of everything.
It's on everything.
We got to find why 150 is a conspiracy.
It has to be.
This might be a conspiracy.
There were like 5 different things we looked at the speed of, and it kept saying when it reaches the velocity of 150 miles per hour.
It's going to be the dumbest podcast because it's just me complaining about terminal velocity
All right, next episode. Hey, don't worry about it.
with
Next
zero
episode.
research.
Next episode, we might top it and we talk about getting heat on the air in the car and see if it's cooler inside your car than it is outside.
I'm going to do the research to see how hot the heat in your car can
Good
get.
luck. You're a week late.
What?
Did that last week? It would have worked. 85.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just saying.
Anyway,
Because like your car can get up to like,
180 to 200.
I'm just saying.
yeah, but
I
the
was
heat
sweating
coming
my-
out of your car is not going to be 180 to
but
200.
I think the argument was like,
It might be 150.
yeah, so the heat, the max heat, the temperature can reach inside of a car on a hot day is 150.
Yeah.
It caps out.
But will you die of dehydration before?
Well, no, Thomas'
If you're a
argument.
baby or a dog, you will.
Thomas is saying if it's 100 degrees outside and you get in your car and turn your heat on,
And it's going 150?
no, the temperature inside the car will be less than 100 at some point.
I'm still not convinced that the only reason babies and dogs die is
pussies.
because one, the dog barks its fucking head off and
True.
causes itself to
Overexert
it can't
overexert.
sweat
I
either.
think the baby just passes out of like.
And the baby starts crying and screaming and overexerts itself. Because if you get really fucking hot and you just sit there,
Yeah, if they were just
I
smarter.
think that's fine. It's like
It
you
sucks.
you worry about the baby when it stops.
well, you do sweat too.
Yeah.
You could
The
dehydrate
strong
yourself.
survives. Yeah.
That's our fitness. That's our
Stupid
test
babies.
for babies. Just put in a hot car.
Yeah.
goddamn babies.
If you cry, you're dead.
Once the right wing fascist dictatorship takes over in 2024, that's probably what's going to happen to test babies out.
Trump 2024?
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying or someone else?
That's something
Fascist right wing dictator.
Yeah. Never mind.
Well, thanks for listening to TACT Lab. That was our
Yep, heat stroke's not a thing.
what is heat stroke happen at 150 degrees?
Well, what if you got Toyotas and you got Lexuses?
Hey, Toyota's the
Hondas.
number one selling car last year.
Yeah.
So we got all these variables.
Smart ass.
It depends on what the heating system is.
So,
Is a
you have a-
Tesla or a
104, you have heat stroke. 106, your body convulses. 108, your brain gets damaged.
Okay.
okay, so 150 you die.
So if you can make that 150 car less than that 108 with your heater.
All right, well, I'll see how. Okay. Well, thanks for listening to TACT Lab. This was us fucking off. Hope you enjoyed it. If you're only listening to us on Spotify, Pandora, or any other area, come to YouTube. You can see us actually getting mad and arguing at each other. Yeah, you can see us pointing fingers and googling things and the TV and all that nice stuff. Our beautiful faces. You can see us all. You can also check us out on, TikTok. We're on Instagram. We're on Facebook. A lot of different places. Give us a like, give us a subscribe, do all the fucking shit. If you want to reach out to us and be a little personal, you can email us at tactlabpod@gmail.com. I had to breathe. That's tactlabpod@gmail.com. And yeah, thanks.
Thank you.
Watch out for 150.
Whatever terminal velocity.
Dude, there's a Quora post of what's it like for a child to die in a hot car.
Goodbye.